did like it.
Oh, feeling the red one.
Not win last night, the beat. So that kid's finished for us, like, it's alright.
You don't got a good start, have you?
Very quiet, isn't it? Good dog.
Alright. Enough time for my Mate, me and you were global last weekend, weren't we?
Yeah, we're global. National League, mate. Are we... Sam? Yeah, isn't it, mate?
No, I mean, I've never seen after again when the chips and chicken comes in, mate.
He takes a whole bunch, mate. He takes a whole bunch.
He comes in thinking like he's really busy taking get out, mate. He's fucking...
I've seen him with like 40 fucking goujons in his mouth.
Mate, he takes one chicken dippers, then he does short comes back in, mate, fucking reloads it with a handful of fucking fries.
No, to be fair. Yeah, boys, sign them.
Boys, sign this, I'm just going to take a bag of Haribo.
Mate, there's no fucking Jaffa cakes left, mate.
Thought the bananas are still
No, there's a bunch of bananas in there, mate. He's got a fucking spoon. Is it Sam?
Yeah.
Sam?
That's right.
Do you know where the speaker is? Is there a speaker? Do you know?
Yeah, there will be.
Right, thank you, mate.
Honestly, mate, every day, mate.
We should really
What, you found it?
Surely not a tune into it.
Go on, eh?
We wouldn't have a tune into it.
TikTok as well. Aaron's on TikTok as well. We fucking families be tuning in for that. It's gonna be good. Got you back in the algorithm.
Robot.
Can't wait to see TC, mate.
TC, your boy. Ah, cheers, mate. Thank you. I'll get them that too. Cheers, guys.
Thank you. Mate, I'll stick it.
Good, brother.
Good.
Where is it, fresh?
So, go on, get off your chest. You want to say something?
No, it's Brendan. We're waiting for Brendan to say how he's playing.
Yeah.
You said nice, mate. That's what you get.
Nice, mate. Matt was probably on the floor. Is it?
They come today, yeah.
Yeah. On the. So what have you been sleeping there? You just said it come to him there.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you have me on the floor.
Pardon?
TV?
No, on the floor.
Yeah. Dan.
Cabinet's coming today.
TC, man. Dan, I want your opinion on this, right? I want your opinion. So, me and him went halves on the TV for with each. Should he give the 50 quid back? Considering about £100 you can offer me stuff.
I know Brett, and I know he's not going to give that 50 quid.
No, I'm not asking for it back.
It's weird because when
should he
deal with her, he was like, oh, you can have it. And now he's...
No, but I'm not asking for it back. I don't want anything, but I want your opinion. Yeah,
You should offer it,
well, really should offer me a sofa as well.
Is it yours? What is it?
My sofa's got his body moulded on it. Hasn't it? That one spot.
Just got a can of goose there. But it's nice though, yeah. Enjoy it. Everyone's just cutting the change around there. It's a quiet.
Right.
Jim, how likely is it to be everyone? Mate, what's the story? Now,
Take one.
yeah? Are they free?
Come on!
Jim, I can't lie, you don't suit them on that.
My head's so shit.
What's that? Yeah. No, the guy that runs it sent them to the club, innit? So everyone to help.
Oh yeah, that's good, bro.
That's alright, Jim, you know.
What's it there? The back looks like a cow.
Jim, you get no girl.
What?
You got a missus, mate, you know?
Yeah, no.
Love you,
Yeah, Dad, I reckon he sleeps with them new nights, you know. I've never seen him on his feet, man. He's been made 2 weeks straight, he's not been off his feet yet. You know he has Gaffer playing this week. Isn't it? Jim, he has Gaffer playing them in the week. Get these sport. I'm on the back here, JT.
An hour ago, he's going to transfer back in a minute.
They wouldn't tell me. They were like, what he's been doing there.
Wait, you've got back, Josh? Josh, you've got back?
He's got them, but he hasn't told me like that.
What's he fucking hiding?
No, it's just, I've just
Nah,
got
someone
it.
did say, I asked someone, so was like, want to speak to Josh
I
there.
think it's going to be...
They have to do that anyway.
Fuck that.
No, they can't, he can't just go around telling everyone else and not you, know what I mean?
So someone who's done that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Good luck, mate.
Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers
Where we getting through then, mate?
No TC bounce yet.
What's it? What? Tonight? Yeah. Maybe. That's never got anyone watching. I mean, Scouts probably come every week, but I'm not interested. What level? What level?
Pebble, come on, watch it. Pebble would have blown it.
Yeah, there's a few clubs in Spain in one of the parties. What's that team called? Hey, they're playing green and white. Venice, is it? Really good team in the first half, done it in a minute, man. Saw me free kick went viral.
Oh, mate. Hi, I'm equal with you.
I brought some for them, so... Actually, so much, yeah, I don't right, I feel push it way more, and I really don't.
Yeah, no, I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
That's right, you do other stuff, mate, don't you?
Yeah, shirts, t-shirts, couple of gloves coming, but they should have been here already, so a bit rather, but might miss the Christmas moment. Yes.
Alright, bro.
We set on fire. Why are we signing your shirt?
Yeah, why are we signing your shirt? Charlie.
Oh. They really want to hear us, innit?
Oh, you're right.
I knew that was going to happen. Copyright, I did think that. But I didn't want to say anything.
Oh, are they? Does it not come under all
So what, we can't have no tunes before the game, no?
Huh?
No tunes?
Before the game?
That's what he said. Live stream is on
Yeah,
there.
but when we get changed, we can have the music on.
Is it live stream in the physio room as well? Oh, alright. No, that's the mic.
That's what I mean. That's what
Yeah.
Yeah, it's silly. Like, ridiculous.
They do very well. You wouldn't go anywhere, man. You'd be too scared. 100 in UK, yeah.
I'm down.
He's not me. Message us, innit?
You're weird, isn't it?
He just said that he's got a photo.
It's free time.
Free. Is everyone coming in now? Yeah.
Why is there a massive pile of ketamine out there? There's a massive pile of drugs just in the corridor. What's going on? Brendan? Finny lad? How you feeling, mate? Better? Yeah? Right? Yeah, fine. DG? Oh, mate. Deals on wheels? Jay? So we laughing at, mate? Is there a room there? Hang on, mate. Holsham, yeah, hang on, mate. Holsham drew Leatherhead, didn't they?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
See that? Hang on, mate.
What, FA Trophy?
Yeah. A white Leatherhead. Yeah. Good draw. Who are we missing? Who's missing? You got that slip? You forgot, didn't you?
No, I've got it.
Yeah, don't lose that. He's got the Storm slip. Alfie.
Coral, don't worry.
To send him. You see it last night? Like he's shot out of track. Game over. I know, but dog's fucking. It's what's it? A 16-second race. He's fucking can't do your life savings.
What, the dog? Bolting around again, didn't he? Started going, mate. I was like,
On air. Is everybody in?
that's it, mate.
Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Did you win last night? Yeah?
Common.
Who's your manager?
Lehman and Perez. Big dogs.
What, the old boys? Fucking had one there. Right, so we've had a good session yesterday. You alright, folksy? Was you a minute ago?
No, I had to get changed now. I didn't fancy getting my Tory out.
Didn't fancy getting Chopper Harris out? No? Right, listen. Focus on the game, yeah? So, couple of changes tonight, yeah? Great. Can you just move down a bit so these boys can fucking see? Good to see these youngsters here, big time. You know what? You've done fucking well, you two. You've done really well. You know, that is what it's all about. Do you know what I mean? Like, you do the pre-season. You know what I mean? You feel second, third, fourth choice, and you are. That's fine. Get a loan, and then go and do fucking brilliant, and then get opportunities, mate. That's what it's all about, right? So well done. Listen, we've got a lot to build on from Saturday. I truly believe that. Okay. I thought Saturday we was excellent. I said that yesterday at training. Yeah. Yeah. Why are you so serious, lads? Why are you all so fucking serious? Who? So, yeah, so loads to fucking build on, yeah? Loads to build on. Listen, this is just going to be fucking, like, a tough period for us. Not in so much in terms of winning matches, we can beat fucking anyone, right? But just in terms of, like, you know, the amount of minutes the same bunch of lads have got to do, helping the youngsters through it when they get their opportunities, like, you know, you're going to have to fucking be good, right? But you know what? Football's at its best when you know you've got to dig deep in advance. That's why shit teams get results. Because when they know they've got to give everything they've got, if they think to themselves, all I can give is all I've got, that's when shit teams can get results, right? Okay? Yeah? We never have to think that way because we've got a luxury of, you know, riches, great players, the way we play, etc. You know? But we've got a few challenges there at the moment. But I fucking love them. I fucking love that shit. Because I want to beat these fucking teams. I want to beat them. And then they can just look at the fucking list and go, fuck me. Yeah? Right? That's, to me, motivation. It should be for you. The good news is our squad's great. No matter who plays, we look good. We know what we're fucking doing, and that is where it is, yeah? We are playing in a way where we're looking at fucking clean sheets. That is what we're looking at, clean sheets, yeah? Okay? So, today, the bench today is going to be Macca, Louis, you can do the bench again, okay? George, Seb, Dylan, Jake, Vinny, you're going to do a bench today, okay? I want to make sure that we've got changes that get this over the fucking line, right? Get this over the line. If we want to win anything or achieve anything, every fucker has to play their part tonight, the next game, the one after that. That's how it is. So, right, do your bit off the fucking bench, get it right, because when you go on, there's probably a lot of information needed. You're fresher mentally, your lungs are fucking clearer, and I need to see fucking that mentality with them boys. Often we change shape, don't we, right, okay? So, that's the bench. So, we are going to be our usual self, yeah? Bottom line. Louis, the back four was fucking excellent Saturday. You know, they've done really well down here. They've done really well down here, yeah? Right, okay. But they're going to fucking bomb the ball. And they're going to try and test you physically. And this back four won't give a fucking square inch, okay? And don't give a fucking square inch, okay? We'll go through the tactics there. So, DG, Pybus, 2 6s, Youngie, Den and Josh, we'll probably swap that over at some point, maybe. We'll see. Charlie and Pat, yeah? Got it? Right, so we know what to expect, yeah? So the nuances are going to be, don't forget it, don't forget it, don't forget it. If they are a diamond, yeah? If they play a diamond, they're going to be a back four, lads, end of. If they play a diamond, what we're going to do automatically, talk to me. What we're going to do automatically, they play a diamond, talk. What we're going to do? Yeah. If they play a diamond, we're going to give ourselves a +1. Do you understand? Yeah? Play a diamond, give yourselves a +1 on the back line. Yeah? DG, stay where you are. Yeah? Centre mids, Charlie, drop on the base, give them a +1, and wingers on the back line. Got it? If they're a diamond, I think there'll be a diamond. Probably. We'll see. Okay? So there's a few things to get right. If they're a diamond, you give yourself a +1. Any other formation is going to be a full press. Now, just to keep it simple, when we ain't got the fucking ball tonight, I think they're going to go very direct to their big lad. We've worked on it. You're going to sniff it out. You're going to do what you need to do. Yeah? And we're going to deny them the first, but also the second bit. I think their strength is the numbers they put around the ball. So if you allow your bloke to run off you, if you do that bit where you think, oh, Tone's going to win the first one, and I'll just give myself half a yard cheat instead of half a yard that side, because even if we've got a +1, when they do the direct shit, we cover round. Even if you're marking, you cover round. Yeah? Okay? So, off the ball, it's about direct plays, no matter what formation they play, and dealing with them. First and second. Nobody napping. The way you two played the 6s Saturday, fucking perfect for this game. Same again. Tune up, same again, win the battle. Right? Got it? Understand? Apart from that, the real key danger here is they're pretty good at winning seconds, playing in your half, and getting numbers in the box, remember? So numbers in the box means an awareness of runners. An awareness of someone that might pull off of you, Tone, pull on to Louis, right? It's an awareness of a centre mid, a 10, getting off you. They tend to have 4 or 5 in the box. I think they're good at it. So you need to be fucking aggressive, stopping shots, dribbles. Most of their stuff is narrow. Yeah? That's what you got to be. Okay? So I'm expecting a very aggressive defensive performance. Expecting you to fucking talk to them the whole time. Stand, see the people peeling off, see the people arriving. Organise us, okay, mate? So, off the ball shape, right, diamond, that's that. Off the ball shape, any shape, bombing it, win the first, win the second, around the box, be aggressive. Got me? Good. On the ball, done it yesterday in the diamond, it's 2v1s, yeah? It's all about wide areas, yeah? All about wide areas, it's 2v1s. Got me? So we'll develop that however we need to, folks. To do the earliest one you can. 2v1s, what's even better than this 2v1? What's even better than that, in my book? Yeah. If we fucking come out here, and one of our sixes drops in, and we get that one out, whilst this bloke's still thinking about what day of the week it is. So, create 2v1s, yeah? If we get the +1 and they're a diamond, create 2v1s, transition for 2v1s, yeah? That's what we do. Charlie, leave your man, get in the box, etc. Got me? Good. Another thing that won't change no matter what formation they play is the two lads at centre-back are half decent. So, winners, you know, we need to really think about a ball. If you are on the left chopping in then, you need to miss the central bit. You need to aim far post. So, if I'm you, Hebert, coming in on the right, or Pat, yeah, if you see him chopping inside, he ain't going to chop it, and don't chop it near post. Because it's bread and butter to these two. Yep. So if you're chopping inside to cross, you're aiming to try and score. That little one that tries to score, you need to pull out Charlie as well, you know, dictate where it goes, yeah? If you go on your left then, any point tonight, when you go there, cutbacks, low crosses. Keeper comes out and claims. Don't hang them up, okay? Josh, just use your early pace. Fucking get there. Whip balls in the box. Yeah, that's your job, that side. He's on his good side, Pat. Okay. Yeah? So, just go past them, whip balls in the box, low balls in the box. Not floated, low, hard, and the boys are getting there. So those things don't change no matter what formation. Defend aggressively, and then those last third actions. Got me? Okay. Young, you look really good yesterday, really fresh. So, but you are laying back a bit. You have to uncross your arm for fuck. I hate all this shit. Right. So. Any other formation they do is going to be a full press, okay? So, if it is 4v3, is it a double in the 4-3-3 or single? Double, innit, pivot?
Double,
yeah. 4-3-3, yeah. Play it man for man. Understand? Got it? Yeah. 4-2-3-1, play it man for man. Understand? Man for man. No spare players. Yeah, let's have a fucking backline competition. Yeah? If they are 4-4-2, like that, could be likely, you drop in centre half and play it as a 4-4-2 comp. Simple. Make sense? So we'll let you know, team sheet will give a bit away. We'll let you know what's what with that, yeah? If it's a full press game, no matter what we're looking for from the back, what sort of passes? Fast passes forward, yeah? Fast passes. We worked a lot, didn't we? We worked a lot, going, tone, left back, 10, set, ball side nines, ball side wingers, all those early plays, yeah, is what we're looking for. Don't fuck about. Yeah? Don't fuck about. Yeah? If they don't hard press us, so this is another generic one, if they don't hard press us, yeah, then what are we looking for?
One balls.
Yeah. So if they wanna go mid block and they want to give us the ball, yeah, what two players need to be switched on? Yeah? Okay? Because if they go mid block, drop off, give us more space than what we're used to, yeah, then we will pick on early space behind them. Early space. And that's down to you lot to dictate that. Make sense? Yeah? Okay. Also, at times, if you do get a bit of space because they're mid-block, etc., also carry the ball into it. Trigger an action. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because sometimes, Tone, you do it really well. Sometimes you just go, all right, well, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing next, but I'll just go in here and I'll trigger an action and I'll play the next one. But we know we're getting spare passes, we're getting high. Use Josh, yeah? And we're looking for one of these two, and we're just gonna, in those scenarios. Make sense? Yeah? If they are in mid-block as well, Bren, let's say you've got the ball, it's a full press game. If they're in mid-block and it's a full press game, I trust you to go backwards. I'm okay with that. So I'm saying fast passes forward to develop play, but if we're in trouble, and it's tight and it's narrow, we'll go back because we'll have an extra few yards and we'll develop it. Same thing. So you lot know how we play. You know what to expect. If they're a diamond, we're going to create a +1 each. Any other formation, full press, including if they're 4-4-2, the DG are drop in. Got me? Yeah? All got it, yeah? Got it, okay. It's just a great time of year, lads. It's just a fucking great time of year. Like, you know, no one ever fucking turns up and says, oh, you know, like, you lot are fucking top of the league. Like, it's just by grinding out those the football's the best game in the world for them little scenarios where you go, right, cold Tuesday, Weston-super-Mare, yeah? Like, you know, different type of team scenarios, yeah? We're going to get a win here. We'll get a fucking win. We've been unbelievable, Pat, at Meadowbank. We've been unbelievable, yeah? We'll just fucking do it again, and then we'll worry about the next one. And we'll fucking build up our own success as we go, right? So we need to warm up well, yeah? Get the communication going, okay, yeah? Warm up really fucking well. Anyone not sure about roles, scenarios, talk, including the kids, yeah? If you are out there tonight, yeah, they come a long way. It's a fucking long way from down there, right? So we need to have a fucking hard, fast fucking start. Okay? Alright? Good stuff.
Come boys.
Right.
We are live, going out across various platforms tonight. Prior to the game against Weston-super-Mare, we're in the changing room. Mark, how are you? How have you got things back on track as much as possible since the disappointment on Saturday?
Well, I mean, we were just fucked off, to be fair, weren't we? Do you know what I mean? Like, no extra time, in total control of the game. You know, folks just made a mistake, walls in the wrong place, don't jump, should jump. Folks should stand still. And then, yeah, they kind of saw the game out to penalties, really. So it's one of those. I thought the lack of sort of 10 games was settled, 10 ties were settled by penalties, and it kind of made me just think, you know what, like, it kind of makes it a little bit less worthy to me, to be honest, that kind of scenario. But listen, I like Darren. Ever since he bought me a bar of chocolate when I was suspended in his gantry. He's a good guy. They had a great day. They got a win. And sometimes you've got to take the, you know, rough with the smooth, mate. Obviously, it's challenging. We'll come on to that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
I mean, obviously, you mentioned that, the challenges, and that's going to be putting a squad together and getting players out on the pitch for tonight. And I've noticed that there's a few that were out on loan that have similarly come back. And how have you kind of adjusted to those injuries and where we are with those? I've just seen, as you say, a plethora of what you would normally have as your first choice, first team players all standing outside the physio door, like lining up. So, yeah, a lot of changes, I'd imagine.
Pretty phenomenal. Yeah, I think we're pending some really bad news on Josh Taylor, but I can't confirm it today. We know we're missing Alfie, Jason, Morrow, Macca's got a knock but on the bench. Jordan Williams, Niall McManus, Jimmy Mewett. There's always one you forget. Josh Taylor, obviously. So they're all first 11 players, a majority of them. So listen, we just have to get on with it. We've got to try and be a different version of ourselves. A little bit less exciting at times, a little bit more robust. And that's just where we are, mate. I mean, obviously, going into the Christmas period, it physically couldn't be a worse scenario. Well, it could if fucking nobody turned up, but I mean, that's about it. So it's not a good situation to be in. But I think it makes it all the more, you know, all the more challenging. And we've got a lot of boys missing, but you know, the boys we're putting out tonight, there's a lot of quality out there. The whole of the back five, if you like, they're you know, they're all players from the league above, etc. Been there, done it. So I'm sure we'll give a good account, James. We always do. And obviously, we just want to get a win. That's what great looks like. Get a win, injury-free, and take one at a time.
I know, obviously, yeah, you do speak a lot about taking one at a time, and obviously that is massively important. But do you think, in a way, this run of fixtures is almost beneficial because, as you always say, there's no easy games in this league, but there's going to be some tough fixtures over the next 10 days, 2 weeks, isn't there? Horsham, Worthing, clubs like this, they're going to pose real challenges, aren't they, individually?
They are, yeah. I think the one thing I would say is that what goes in our favour is that we genuinely go out to every single game thinking we're going to win 4-0, and I think that's a bit of a weakness in the club. We very rarely think about clean sheets. We very rarely pull them apart. We're a team that focuses on the other end, dominating teams, possession, great football, great goals. So, you know, we've now got to really dig deep. We've got no entitlement to win matches. The fact that these boys, anyway, I mean, we've had the captain on top of this. The captain's been missing for 11 weeks. He's just come back. So, you know, we're in and around it, James, and, you know, we can only concentrate on what we're doing, mate. And but I do think taking away that complacency of, well, we're at home, we should win. But having said that, we're at home, and I want to win, and I think we will win. I think it'll be a tough game. I think the opponents are having a great season. We can only envy what they've achieved. Brilliant, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it'll be a good game. The games last year were good, nothing between the teams. I'm sure tonight will be similar.
There's probably a few things now, obviously, your life looks a lot different than it did when Dorking Wanderers was formed in 1999, and the sort of TV appearances and the media stuff and everything. Did you ever think that be cameras in here and doing a live team talk and all the kind of the hype that goes with that, and the viewers that have tuned in on YouTube and everything as well? It's just massive, isn't it, for the club? Yeah,
I mean, it's just like obviously really grateful for all the following we get. Do you know what I mean? Like we. People might think, oh, you know, look at them doing something else, blah, blah, blah. But do you know what it is? This is a rearranged game. and that's why we chose it. We always said, wouldn't it be good to do a live changing room? And because, to a degree, without being cheesy, like, you know, we owe a lot of our, you know, our existence and our, you know, commercial attractiveness to our exposure and the people that follow us and get behind us. So it was something different we thought we'd do. And we might never fucking do it again. If we win, we'll be doing it at Slough Saturday with Scotty. But, you know, our superstition goes, be live all season, we win every fucking game. But no, listen, it's different, mate. We you know, it's different. But it's fun, mate. Listen, at the end of the day, mate, football, there's a lot, you know, you see all these things that go on in this world, mate, and football's a welcome escape for everybody. So tonight's a bit different. We'll roll with it. If we're 2-0 down, half time, get the popcorn out. You'll see their crash helmets come out. But no, seriously, it'd be a good insight out to how you handle different scenarios. 2-0 down isn't necessarily a bollocking. 2-0 up isn't necessarily praise. It's, you know, you never quite know which way you're turning.
When they come back in here, what's the music going to be like? Because I heard some of it as I was walking through the town earlier, and yeah, interesting.
Well, Denon Lewis in charge of music.
Okay.
Yeah, great guy. Great left foot, great musician. No, so yeah, listen, they're a good bunch. I mean, they're a really good bunch. You know as well as I do that the changing room here is always phenomenal, and this is no different. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, look, they're up for it. I mean, it's not often we can have a bit of a war cry. You know, we need to turn up. You know, we need to turn up. I think Weston will be physical, robust, and like a lot of teams in this league.
And the other thing as well is a party as such, but they were the opponents for your 1000th game, weren't they?
Yeah,
that
I
did
forgot
not
that.
to plan either
They ruined it, didn't
last
they?
year.
Yeah, they ruined it.
Yeah.
They ruined it. They did. Yeah, I think they're well organised.
Yeah.
You know, when I look at that game, they're no different now. They're well organised. They can be impressively unimpressive.
Yeah.
You know, that is, and there's a lot to like about managers and teams that can, you know, operate the way they do. Do you know what I mean? I think there's a lot to like. We've got loads to learn off teams like that. So yeah, it's interesting, mate. So yeah, let's hope we get one back for that. I forgot that. Fuckers.
Yeah, sorry to remind you of that.
Sorry, mate.
Okay, well, good luck tonight, as
Cheers,
always,
mate.
Mark. Hope everything off and on the pitch goes well.
That's the plan.
And we'll speak to you after the game.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks,
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers, Tyler. I'm still there. Tyler.
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just gotta bend your knees, take a deep breath, and jump. And you might think, what if I fall? Well, what if you don't? What if you fly?
Depends. I'll let you know. Depends. Charlie. Charlie here. If they're my fucking pen and paper gone. My pen and paper. Lucky pen and paper. Nothing on it. The fucking 3 tenant Goodwood. Dragonfly. Yeah. Hey, come on, boys! Come on, boys, eh?
Let's go, boys.
Listen, they ain't done a lot. They ain't done a lot out there at all. Okay? We've had a good warm up there. We've had a really good warm up. Okay? Listen, it's gonna be a 4 diamond 2 or 4-4-2. It does make a difference. 4-4-2 sees Dan going at centre back. Yeah? Gallagher? 4 diamond 2 sees us keep the +1. Okay? Got me? Coulson's playing, he's good, he's dangerous. Free kicks, he's good. In the diamond it'll be left 8, Dan Pybus.
Yep.
So that'll be you.
Yep.
But if it's a diamond, you'll have a +1 behind that. And it'll be Bren's side.
Yep.
Yeah, Bren, you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yep. I'll let you know what's what when we work out what's what. Listen, where's Char? If they're a 4-4-2, because we'll have to get it right, but it might look a bit diamondy because their 4-2-2 would be quite narrow. The 2, it'd be like that. So I don't want to start getting it wrong and mark it like a diamond if it's a 4-4-2. If it's like this, DG's dropping in. Got me? Yeah. And I was going to go man for man, Brennan, Louis, yeah? Got me? Playing out like that. So if we look like a back 4, playing out, Charlie, you coming over low. I'm talking if they come and high press, they might not. They're not renowned high pressers, right? But they might. But if we need to create a +1, it'll be Charlie coming in. But apart from that, it'll just be sort of fast passes, whatever it might be, yeah? Okay? Good? So, if they're a diamond, you know what time of day it is, yeah? DG does the tip. And then Brennan, you tone. Yeah? 3v2, narrow. Keep a fucking clean sheet. Yeah, you're at home. You keep a fucking clean sheet. Great chance of winning, yeah? Okay. Dead balls, we're going to take our time. Yeah, get organised. Pick the deliveries, okay? That's what we do. All right? Good stuff. So we'll just have a little look at what they're doing. And we'll let you know pretty quickly. Okay, we'll let you know pretty quickly what they're doing, okay? Listen, I'll give you one last tip. They're a team that I believe you can keep the ball off of. Right? I think you can keep the ball off these. Okay? I don't think they're overly bothered about having the ball at times. Right? So, don't feel like we've got to rush the fuck out of it. If we need to keep the ball and be neat and tidy, that's what we'll do. Okay? Got me? Yeah? Rob, we done the dead balls?
Yep, done them. Yep. Markers are on the walls and go out, lads.
Okay, listen, Youngie, you done well when you come in the other day. You've got to do it again. You've got to go again. Then, okay, yeah, we fucking work hard. Our mentality has to be, we'll just win 1-0. We'll just keep winning fucking 1-0. We'll show resilience beyond fucking belief. Have no expectations of fucking glory moments and all the normal goals we use. Have none of that shit. Just think, yeah, 1-0, aggressive as fuck, win the turnovers, have our moments, yeah? Okay, come on, let's go.
Right, lads, make sure we don't have fucking dead balls, by the way.
Josh talking, yeah?
Come on in, boys.
I don't mind.
Go on, boys. Nice and aggressive, yeah. Set that intensity from the start. Come on.
Yeah?
Behind the ball.
Start off in the box, prepare you. And we'll get Charlie to come in the way in, yeah? Okay? Dan, need to hear you again. You've been brilliant, mate. Okay, come on! Hey! Come on! Come on! Yeah. Tone, let's fucking hear you. Okay, come on, son. Let's hear you. Hey? Boy, first header. Yeah? All good, Charlie, yeah?
Come on, boys. Let's get at them from the start. Let's get at them. Come on.
Neat and tidy.
Start fast, boys.
No rush. 2-3 minutes left you've got. Right, sort it out. Pat, good luck. Don't go, mate. Go again. Go again.
Tight, mid, right.
Where are we aiming for the kickoff? Who's the smaller?
Yeah, up to me though. Me though?
Yeah, for you. Yeah.
Lads, there's loads of fucking opportunities on set pieces.
Come on, son.
Let's fucking nail them on, Ben. Come on.
Yeah, that's all right, yeah.
I just think
Yeah, nah. No, mate. I mean, that just set her off. Got a score first. Yeah, and Youngie.
Come on in, boys. Before the fucking start, lads.
That's not on us. Just stay as you are for now. Hey, it's been nice and loud, mate. Charlie, come on. Let's go.
Right, let's go, yeah. Scores. Brennan, good luck, man.
Get a goal, bro.
Get a hat trick and you get 3 shots.
I didn't get that offer. Just stand everyone out there. Everyone just cut. Yeah.
Yeah. You see the fullback up his arse. Don't play him.
Yeah, don't do it, bro.
Play the ball in behind. Yeah. Josh, fullback's tight. You've got to be aware of that as well. You're not
The thing is though, today it should be on more than
yeah, it should be on. I'm only saying if he
but yeah, if he's up your arse, don't, like, you should leave it that way. And make it obvious what you want to do. Well, I said Saturday, innit? Yeah. Sometimes it's like, I don't know, so like, either make an obvious move of feet or spin with intent.
Boys, come on, yeah? Fucking great points.
Hebs, you see what he's saying about the big switch? When it was on the other side, still stay wide. Still stay wide. Because every time, still be me, everyone will be looking for that big one.
Don't you dare run in the pitch.
Yeah, don't run in. Stick together. But if you want Jimmy does it, just stay that wide. Yeah, just, it's half the cheap. You got all that?
Off the ball, one man. One man off the ball, left man, that's it.
But it's simple, bro.
Lou, you done with that?
Yeah, mate, do you want to?
Yeah, I'm going to take the stuff out.
Let's try and get it down a little bit, huh? It's not fucking play.
Anyone else want anything but
John, you have the TV?
We're good. Stick together at all times, boys, yeah? Well, lads. You want to take one anyway?
That's what they're doing.
Nice and positive.
Right, if they are deep and
You don't know what I'm doing.
they're giving us the ball,
I've
be
never
fucking
seen you
patient with
stand
it.
there that much, Sam.
You don't know that. You don't know, mate. You just do your little warm up. You do fucking.
Sam Foster's not moved from that spot the whole time.
Where?
We've watched Sam moving bottles around so you can stand there the whole time.
Fucking tip.
Come on, Brent, same as you. Yeah. Same as Brent.
Yeah, hey, he lost his head.
Yes, boys, come on. Get at them from the start, yeah?
Trucking, huh?
Chuck it. Come on, yeah, let's just start the game fast. Come on, boys. Let's go, boys, let's go, come on.
Alright, so every free kick to lose line up, yeah, every time. Alright, see.
Hey, pitch.
We know what we're doing, innit?
Boys, nice and fucking positive. From the off though, yeah? Come on.
Yeah, love it, so just pick up.
Win your personal jewels out there, gents. Come on.
DG, 3 man the match in the row. I want to see you, mate.
One out of them, mate.
I want to
No,
see
you ain't, mate.
He only got it till I went off.
DG the Destroyer. Love it, mate.
I know, alright, mate.
I'll get to it.
Yeah, no, lock it.
That's probably yeah, nice and positive today. Me, mate. Try and get you on the board a bit more.
Venom's at home, right? Venom's at home. Come on, come on, come on.
Nice on the bench.
Oh, you're taking it up like it is. That is venomous.
You love that as well. On the bench. On the Jews. Alright, ready, yeah, boys.
We are next to a toilet, mate.
Fuck me. Who the fuck
That stinks, isn't it? Yeah. Jump mad tight.
He's mad tight. I look at you. My feet spin.
Well, hello, good evening to everyone tuning in to today's Enterprise National League South fixture between Dorking Wanderers and Weston-super-Mare. I'm joined, as always, well, after it's been a couple of weeks since you and I have been together, Bob, but Bob Papworth is back with me this evening. Bob, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Hope you're well too. We're going to see, hopefully, a very entertaining game between two sides that are looking for that push for promotion and staying in the playoff zone. So hopefully it will be a very exciting game that we'll be witnessing in front of our very eyes tonight.
Yeah, two good teams. Weston obviously further up the table than Dorking, and when the two teams played each other last season here, Weston ran out 4-1 winners just under, well, almost a year ago to the day. And as you said, should be another cracker here at Meadowbank under the lights. Let me quickly run through the two teams, starting with the visitors. In goal, number 1, Max Harris. 3, Don Bernard. 5, Callum Wood. 7, Luke Coulson. 8, Harry Kite. 9, Louis Britton. 11, Scott Wilson. 12, Will Dawes. 14, Jason Pope. 15, the skipper, Emlyn Lewis. And 16, Adam May. Only 5 subs for the visitors. A couple of injuries. Jacob Glover, Jacob Jagger-Kane, Sam Avery, Jake Hicks and Owen Johnson. Bob, any thoughts on the Western side this evening?
Well, yes, certainly there's been a few changes to the Weston-super-Mare side that lost at the weekend to Forest Green Rovers in the FA Trophy. Will Dawes and Jason Pope are back in the starting 11, having been suspended for the last game. Out of the starting 11 from last Saturday are a couple of loanees from Exeter. They're playing this evening, and Michael Smith, the number 2 fullback there, he's out with a bad back.
Almost not necessarily a makeshift side for Weston, but certainly a weaker side than they probably would have expected. And Dorking themselves have their own injury issues that they have done for the last couple of weeks. Let me quickly run through the starting 11 for the Wanderers as the two teams come out of the tunnel. One change from the FA Trophy defeat here against Bath City with Frank Vincent dropping to the bench and Jack Young coming in his place. Full 11 is as follows: number 1, Harrison Folks; 2, Brennan Camp; 4, Dan Pybus; 5, Tony Craig; 8, Denon Lewis; 16, the skipper Charlie Carter; 20, Dan Gallagher; 22, Pat Casey; 28, Jack Young; 30, Josh Hebert; and 46, Louis Annesley. And on the bench for the Wanderers, James McShane, Louis Story, Dylan Grass, Jake Lawrence, Seb Torta Caballero, Frank Vincent and George Franken.
Well, as you know, Tom, I love my stats. And in the league this season, Dorking Wanderers have scored 32 goals. Unfortunately, 18 of those are players that are sidelined through injury, so there are 14 goals out there in the league so far this evening. One name, obviously, we should be looking out for is the arrival of Patrick Casey, who certainly made an impact last Saturday in the FA Trophy game by scoring on debut. And whilst I wasn't here for the game, somehow I just felt he was going to score on debut. A bit like Marquez did on his debut early this season, coming in from Forest Green Road. So, you know, he's continued that trajectory of play your first game, score a goal. Obviously, Marquez scored in 2 successive games. We'll see if Patrick Casey can repeat that feat that currently is only held by Jose Marquez this season. But yeah, we have to wonder where the goals are going to be coming this evening with so many of their potent players sidelined through injury.
Well, the two you're alluding to, Jason Pryor and Alfie Rutherford, as for my knowledge is concerned, they're going to be sidelined for a while, so it is up to the light of the loanees. Pat Casey, Jose Marquez when he's back available, even Charlie Carter playing as a makeshift forward to get those goals for Dorking, because as I said, not too many goals elsewhere.
Exactly, and you mentioned there Jason Pryor and Alfie Rutherford. Let us not forget Jimmy Mewett, because Jimmy Mewett is an absolute whiz down the wings, and he's certainly cracked a few goals this season. So, yeah, his presence certainly down the wings and a thread up in front of the goal is certainly going to be missed also by Dorking Wanderers this evening.
So 2 skippers done the coin toss, Charlie Carter and Emlyn Lewis. Quick word on Emlyn Lewis. As I said, in this fixture last season, absolute brick wall man of the match performance to push Weston-super-Mare to get those vital 3 points this time last season. It will be the Wanderers to get us underway, kicking from right to left here at Meadowbank in their home strip, red and white tops, white shorts and red socks, and Weston-super-Mare in a rather unusual blue and yellow stripes with blue shorts and blue socks this evening. So just waiting for the referee's whistle before we get us underway, and there it is, Dan Gallagher back to Pybus, long and left. He's going to strain onto the head of Emlyn Lewis. Headed forward only as far as Adam May, trying to go out left, and it's picked off by the Dorking youngster Josh Hebert, 17 years of age, had his first start on Saturday and looked very promising, the young teenager. But it's currently with Will Dawes over on this left-hand side, into Wilson, back to Dawes, working this western channel, chops back onto his right foot, sends in a deep cross towards that back post, trying to find Bernard, headed out by Denon Lewis. But Weston will keep the move alive, all the way back to Pope. Pope back to his skipper, Emlyn Lewis, who's just going to send it up towards Britton. Britton can't make it stick, and Annesley will just clear his lines. So Pope, again, another long ball forward, trying to find Britton, the tall forward. Ball falls nicely for Denon Lewis, and then a miscommunication there between Carter and Lewis, and Weston have it back with Wood. Wood up towards Wilson, and it's all the way back with the right back, Jason Pope, who's there for an early switch of play. He'll come out to Bernard on this left-hand side. Sorry, that's Dawes up against Hebert. Cross comes in from the left, headed out by Camp, only as far as Kite, edge of the box. Good early spell of possession is from Weston, cross towards that back post, headed out by Den and Lewis, but danger still not cleared. Eventually Dorking will now clear. It's up towards Casey. Only Carter up there with him. Will feed the Dorking skipper. Carter chops inside onto his left foot. Good footwork from the Dorking skipper. Carter shooting position in the box. Trying to work half a yard for his shot, but it's good defending in the end. But danger still not cleared. Out to Gallagher. Pybus now into the feet of Jack Young on this left-hand side. Drops it off to Lewis. Lewis, one-on-one, gets to the byline, stands up across towards that back post, and it's over the head of everyone, and Dawes were able to come the other way for Weston. It's an electric start for both sides in the opening minutes of this one. And finally the ball goes out of play for the first time for a Weston throw-in.
Yeah, it's quite a good build-up there by Dorking Wanderers. I honestly thought Charlie Carter was going to do a nice little solo effort, as we've seen him do before, and score an early goal, but just a little bit too much, got to the byline and easily cut out by the Weston-super-Mare defender there.
So throw-in for Weston on this left-hand side, headed forward by Cap, and the flag goes up for offside. So free kick taken quickly into the feet of the left back Annesley. Back to Craig. Craig will switch it out right to Camp. Patient build up for the Wanderers. Ball at the feet of Annesley. No real press from the visitors. Happy for Dorking to have the ball at the back, as Craig will clip it out right to Camp. Camp now will go long down the line, but there's no one there, and Emlyn Lewis will calmly chest it back to his goalkeeper Max Harris.
Yeah, certainly a bit of a poor play there in some ways by Dorking Wanderers. Normally we expect them to do it along the ground and very much down the lines, but yeah, a bit of a long hit that time.
So Weston-super-Mare go long, and it's headed out by Craig for a Weston-super-Mare throw. And I wonder if they've got the long throw in the arsenal. Can't see big men coming up from the back at all, so that would suggest not.
And all the long throws, it makes us wonder who will be doing any long throws, if anybody, for Dorking tonight.
Yeah, no Josh Taylor, no Jordan Norville Williams, and no Jimmy Mewett, the three who would be most likely. The ball back in play with Pope. He's looking to clip one into the box towards Wilson. It will fall nicely for Coulson to strike, and it's blocked by Camp. Out of play for a Western throw-in, but a good start from the visitors.
Yeah, not too bad, but so far Dorking have repelled anything that's come their way.
So thrown in towards the box for Wilson, trying to find the fullback down this right-hand side. Too much on it, out of play for a goal kick.
Yep, and certainly as far as Denon Lewis was concerned, he was happy for that to go out of play for a Dorking goal kick.
So ball comes out left to Annesley. Annesley's got space to run into. Wants Denon Lewis to make the run forward and has to drop it off to Pybus. Across to this right-hand side to the feet of Camp. Back to Craig. He's going to clip it out left to Annesley. I said no real press from the visitors. Happy to keep their shape and make Dorking break them down. And it's at the feet of Pybus, halfway inside the Dorking half. Across to Tony Craig, into the feet of Pybus. Pybus looking for the long diagonal, trying to get Hebbert in behind, and Harris and the Western net will just let their run out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, a bit of a wasted opportunity there. Good intentions, they had the right idea, but just a little bit too strong for Hebbert to get on the end of, and it went out very comfortably there for a Weston-super-Mare goal kick.
So Harris will go long from the restart, trying to find Britain, but Hebbert will get there first. Able to hook it forward, trying to find Casey, but it'll fall nicely for Carter. Carter on this right-hand side. Plenty of blue shirts back. Defending this, Jack Young looking for the switch of play, trying to find Ansley, but it's picked off by Bernard, and not the best header by the fullback, and Denon Lewis will keep the move going. Back to Pybus. Pybus into Craig. Back to Pybus. Getting ever deeper is Dan Pybus to get himself on the ball. Trying to find Denon Lewis with the long switch of play. Does find Lewis, but can only find the blue shirt. And now the visitors will try this in the long ball forward. Dorking trying to play on the halfway line there, and thankfully Tony Craig got a piece on it.
Yeah, good interception there by Tony Craig. Had he missed it, I think then Weston-super-Mare would have been on for a one-on-one with Fawkes in the Dorking goal. But yeah, good interception, good header there from Tony Craig.
So Pope with the long throw down the line. Free header for Pybus. We can only find May in the centre of the park for the visitors. Back to May. Across to, I can't see who that is over there. Across to number 12, Will Dawes.
Yeah, and certainly looking at Weston-super-Mare, their top striker, Louis Britton, who this season has scored 11 in the league. He's certainly being closely monitored by the Dorking defenders at the back there. So we'll see if he can elude his defenders.
So Gallagher with a good break-up of play there, and we'll play it back to the feet of Folks. Out left early into Annesley. Annesley, space to run into down this left-hand side, trying to clip it down the line for Jack Young. It's picked off, but Annesley will get to the second ball. Only as far, though, as Coulson. Experienced head of Luke Coulson. Back, trying to find Britton in behind, but Craig wise to it. Forward for Pybus. Into Lewis. Young now, back to Annesley. Annesley fizzes one forward into the feet of Casey. Casey trying to get Denon Lewis in behind, well read by his namesake, Emlyn Lewis. And Weston able to clear. Annesley will just hook it forward, and again that man, Emlyn Lewis, clears his lines.
Yeah, certainly a good little build-up by Dorking Wanderers there. Patrick Casey setting up Denon Lewis, but just couldn't get on the end of it. And Weston-super-Mare were able to get the ball away.
So ball with May in the middle, into Coulson, able to get away from Pybus. Coulson trying to feed out right to Bernard, but Denon Lewis in a good defensive position to help out Annesley and able to clear Dorking's lines. Bouncing ball in the midfield, come out to Pope. Pope to Coulson. Coulson up against Casey, able to get away from the Charlton Loney, gets away from Pybus. Coulson edge of the box, still with Coulson. He's been surrounded by three Wanderers players. Eventually Pybus able to get back in and get a tackle, and now Dorking will look to come the other way, but there's not too much movement ahead of Jack Young, forced to play backwards, and allows Weston to get back into their shape.
Yeah, certainly Weston-super-Mare are pressing Dorking in their own half and not allowing them time on the ball, and it's the odd flurry forward here by Dorking Wanderers could come to something.
So 1-2 between Hebbert and Carter, and outrageous goal by Charlie Carter. A long ball forward, found Carter. Nice 1-2 between him and Hebbert, and it just set up nicely for the Dorking skipper to have his strike on the volley. It leaps over the head of Max Harris. Nothing he could do about it. And out of nowhere, Dorking have the lead.
Exactly, and well, as you said there, Tom, it came from nothing, and I wouldn't say I was predicting that ball, but it did look very promising the way that the build up there, because up to now, Dorking have found it very difficult to break down the Weston-super-Mare defence. That's yeah, a bit of an audacious looping shot there, and Dorking are ahead after only 11 minutes.
Yeah, we were chatting pre-game about who was going to score the goals for the Wanderers, but Charlie Carter, since coming back into the side after a lengthy spell out, has certainly contributed with 4 in his last, game and a half in the league. Charlie Carter, after his hat-trick 10 days ago now, gets another one this evening, and it said goal catalogue, top-notch goals all round, isn't it?
Well, yeah, exactly. You mentioned it there. You got a hat-trick in the last league game, and that league form certainly is continuing, albeit we're only 10 minutes or so into the game. So, yeah, that must have certainly improved his confidence and that of the team following their exit of the FA Trophy in penalties last Saturday.
And, of course, Carter being one of those unfortunates and misses penalty on the weekend. He's does flick it on here. Only as far, though, as Wood into Coulson. Back out to Pope. Coulson forced to go back into Kite. Kite's back to his goalkeeper, Harris, being closed down by Carter. I want to send it long up towards Wilson. Craig takes control of the situation. We'll send it back forward. Emryn Lewis with the header. Young wins it in the middle, but adjourns with fouled Adam May, and it'll be a free kick inside the centre circle for Weston.
Yes, certainly that's improved the atmosphere of the home crowd, seeing that goal. And if there were any nerves, whether it be on the pitch or in the crowd, hopefully that settled them as far as the Dorking Wanderers fans are concerned.
So free kick for Weston, just a couple of yards inside the Dorking half. Coulson, the man over it for the visitors. Whipped in towards that back post, headed out by Camp. Only as far, though, as Dawes. Dawes going to float one back towards the back post, and it's an easy claim for Harrison folks in the Dorking net. Bowls it out early into the feet of Camp. Camp, long ball forward, trying to find Young, but it's not going to reach him. The loose ball will be picked up by Pybus again, trying to get it out right early. It's the academy product, Hebert. Lewis again, just put his foot through the ball and try and get Weston up the pitch. It's with Dawes back up to Wilson, Pybus now wins it back for Dorking. Now a chance for Hebert to run at his man. Hebert up against Wood on this right hand side. Casey and Carter waiting for a cross. Cross comes in deflected, and Emlyn Lewis will be able to pick up the pieces and clear his lines off Josh Hebert out for a Weston-super-Mare throw-in.
I know there's 11 players out on that pitch for Weston-super-Mare, but all I ever hear from you, Tom, is Emlyn Lewis. Emlyn Lewis. I mean, he's certainly, after only 15 minutes, he certainly has been quite pivotal as for Weston-super-Mare in the early stages of this game.
Well, he certainly was last year, playing the exact same role of just being a brick wall, as it were, and dealing with the danger when it comes, and being a bully, as it were. Long ball sent forward by Weston, trying to find Bernard, but Denon Lewis again covering around, and Scott Wilson able to close down the clearance of Harrison folks. Luckily, doesn't go goalwards and is out of play for a Dorking throw-in. So Annesley, long throw down the line, up towards Casey, does well, into Pybus. Gallagher back to Craig, into the feet of Annesley, down the line, trying to find Lewis. Is picked off by Pope, and a rather hurried clearance by Pope, and Wilson's not going to be able to get on the end of that, and it's out behind for a Dorking goal kick.
Yeah, a bit too strong there by Jason Pope, and despite the fact that Scott Wilson was chasing it down, it was just a little bit strong for the Bar City loanee to get on the end of it and cause some havoc in the Dorking goal.
So Dorking goes short from the goal kick. He'll come into the feet of Carter. Carter trying to get Denon Lewis in behind. Will he get there? He will. Sends in a first time cross in towards Casey. Just goes under his feet. Comes for Jack Young to strike, and his effort just wide of Max Harris's post. It was flat footed, and if it was on target, keeper was not getting there.
Yeah, certainly good build up down this left hand side there, and finally ending up with Jack Young, but yeah, he's just going wide of the upright. So as far as Max Harris was concerned, nothing to be worried about, but certainly a good little build-up and attack there by Dorking.
So Coulson coming forward, getting on the loose ball. Gallagher gets himself between man and ball, and Dorking come away with possession with Craig. Into, again, Carter's got Hebert marauding down this right-hand side if he can find him, and he can. Hebert up against May, sends in a low cross. It's blocked by Wood, and it's out behind for the first corner of the evening for the Wanderers.
Yeah, first corner. It's taken just over 17 minutes for that corner. It'll be interesting to see what they do, bearing in mind some of their tall players aren't out there for Dorking Wanderers, as to what they're going to do with floating that ball into the 6-yard penalty area.
Well, what they're going to do is they're going to go short bob. Comes out to Hebert. He's going to try and set up a cross. It's blocked. Dorking still have it with the corner taker. Lewis whipped in. Dangerous looking ball across that 6-yard box. Carter was the man, or the target, should I say. It was put behind by Britton. Maybe a high foot there from Carter. That's what the Western forwards appealing for, but it's gone out behind for another Dorking corner.
Yeah, and it's Louis Britton that's down there. I didn't see what happened, but I'm guessing he must have got hit by the ball or something like that. But if he was, it certainly knock the wind out of his sails a little bit. But he's up now, so play can continue.
So again, Dorking goes short from the corner. Denon Lewis going to try and stand up across. It's deflected by the first man and out behind for another corner.
Yeah, coming thick and fast, these corners for Dorking. Are they going to go long or short, I wonder, this time?
Well, Dorking in no rush to send this corner in. Camp, Annesley and Craig will be the targets for Denon Lewis. This time it is swung in, trying to find Camp, who did make good contact, but couldn't keep his header down. And a real opportunity for a man of Brennan Camp's aerial ability. And it's out behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, it was a good little move there from Brennan Camp. He was on this near side and he ran in a kind of a circular movement towards the near post as far as where the corner was concerning. But yeah, whilst he got his head to it, just couldn't control it to go the right side of the bar, and yeah, safely out for a goal kick for Western.
So Harris goes long up towards Britton, does win the header, and the loose ball will fall for Coulson. He's got Dawes overlapping, doesn't use him, and a good challenge from Gallagher and out of play for a Dorking throw-in. The Wanderers certainly winning these 50-50 duels at the moment, especially in the midfield.
Yeah, certainly Western need to up their game a bit if they're going to be a threat, certainly, for Dorking Wanderers to contend with. But it's still early days. We're not quite halfway through this opening half, so let's see what can be mustered.
So nice link-up play between Casey and Carter. Pybus able to get it out left for Denon Lewis. Opportunity one-on-one up against Don Bernard. Comes inside, stands up across towards that back post, and Jack Young gets his head onto it, and Dorking double their lead. Jack Young with his first goal since coming back to the club. And a lovely ball in by Denon Lewis, and Jack Young just had to get something on it. And Max Harris was beaten, and Dorking 2 goals to the good.
Yeah, absolutely excellent goal there. Pinpoint delivery by Denon Lewis, and we've come to expect that this season from Denon with his dangerous balls into the danger zone. There was Jack Young, unmarked, running in, header into the back of the net to give Dorking that 2-0 cushion that, well, you know, hopefully will make their journey to the rest of the game a little bit easier. But to say, early days yet, we've still got another 70 more minutes to go. So as we know in the football, anything can happen.
So Kites gets us back underway for the visitors. As I said, 21 minutes gone, Dorking 2, Weston-super-Mare 0. They try to go long and left, trying to find Dawes, but again, Hebert doing his defensive duties, able to shield it out of play for a Dorking goal kick. So Dorking goes short from the goal kick into Craig. He's got some space to step up, drops it off to Annesley. Back to the goalkeeper, Folkes. Across to Camp. Camp gets away from Britton. He's got space to run into. Brennan Camp down this right-hand side, able to try to find Josh Hebbert, unable to control it and out of play for a Western throw-in.
Well, bearing in mind what we've seen so far, utter dominance by Dorking Wanderers is concerned. Marc White, crisis? What crisis?
So throw-in for the visitors just in front of the Western dugout. Wood thrown down the line, trying to find Dawes. It will come to the winger, into Coulson. Outright to Pope. Into the feet of Bernard. May now, back to Pope. Being closed down by Casey, and that pressure pays off as Annesley picks his pocket. Annesley trying to get Casey in behind, and the Dorking forward just caught on his heels there a little bit, and Pope able to get back. And Max Harris will send it along up towards Wilson. Well, one in the air by Annesley. Comes out left to Lewis. Lewis down this left-hand side. Good tackle from Pope. Weston come away with possession with Kite. Pope down the line trying to find Britton. Back to the right back, Bernard. Again, Dorking playing that extremely high line and win it back with Pybus into Denon Lewis. Into the feet of Jack Young. Space to turn. Plays the 1-2 back to Denon Lewis. Into the box. Puts it across the 6-yard box and just eludes Charlie Carr. Stick for them. Maybe it can this time as Britton wins the header up against Annesley, but Annesley will clear it. The second ball is with Dawes on this left-hand side. Back to May. Into the feet of Pope. Pope looking for the long switch of play, trying to get Coulson in behind, but Folkes quick off his line and able to deal with the danger.
Yes, a little bit of concern. Well, not really a lot of concern there, but certainly the Dorking defence and Harrison Fawkes dealt with that admirably.
So Craig into Carter, who's got dropped exceptionally deep from his centre forward position to ping a ball over the top, trying to find Hebbert. Too much on it, too straight, and it run all the way through to Harris in the Weston-super-Mare net. Played short into the feet of Pope. Across to Lewis. Lewis looking for the long ball forward up towards Wilson. Camp wins it in the air and the loose ball will fall nicely for Carter on the halfway line. Drops it off to Pybus. Gets the ball back into Jack Young, and a little clip there by Will Dawes, and that'll be a free kick for Dorking on the halfway line. So Max Harris down on the ground. The old dark arts bob of the goalkeeper goes down. It allows the managers to bring both sets of players over to their dugouts and receive some instructions.
Yeah, certainly. It'll be quite interesting, I think, in the Dorking dressing room at half-time. Of course, people can join in and listen in to the half-time live stream from Mark's dressing room. I think he'll be very pleased, to put it quite mildly, with the way things have gone so far, because Dorking have pretty much dominated the game, both in attack and defence. Haven't really given much away at the back for Weston-super-Mare to latch onto, and certainly Louis Britton, as I said, the top scorer, really has had his number marked and is being well looked after by the Dorking defenders.
Well, yeah, I'm sure those tuning in, I said, just mentioned there, Bob, you can watch the half-time and full-time dressing room action, as it were, on the Dorking Wanderers YouTube channel. I'm sure those who are listening to us on there would I don't want to say it, but they would assume they would have been hoping it was the scoreline was the other way to see the other side of Marc White. I'm sure when Dorking Dorking 2-0 up, it's going to be a rather happy dressing room.
Oh, absolutely, yes, but why not have a happy dressing room, particularly if you're following a Dorking Wanderers?
So play will restart with this free kick for Dorking. Pybus, the man over it on the Dorking halfway line. It will float it in towards that back post. Craig will try and head it goalwards, and Emlyn Lewis will clear the visitors' lines. Young able to hook it forward into Denon Lewis. Into the feet of Young. Young looking for the switch of play into Carter. And Carter has his pocket picked by Coulson. And Camp will see this out for a Dorking free kick, or Dorking throw in, and then Britton bundles Brennan Camp over, and that'll be a free kick to Dorking.
The thing is, Tom, we're waxing lyrical about what a wonderful dressing room scene it will be for the half-time live stream. But of course, Mark no doubt will be telling his players to concentrate for the second half, because no doubt Weston-super-Mare will be making a concerted effort to get themselves back into the game based on what we've seen in the first half so far.
Well, they certainly can't play as poor as they have done in the opening 27 minutes. Pybus will send it into the box. It's clear that they'll come out to Denon Lewis. Back out to the free kick taker, Pybus. He's going to stand up across, trying to find a head of Carter, and Emlyn Lewis got there just before the Dorking skipper, and Bernard is able to clear up towards Wilson. Dorking fans want handball. Referee says no, and Gallagher comes across to make the challenge out of play for a Dorking throw-in.
Yeah, I don't think Max Harris knew much about that, to be honest with you, and luckily Emlyn got that ball away for Weston-super-Mare.
So ball with Wood in the left back position, out to Coulson, into Kite, back to May, into the feet of Wood. So the Weston-super-Mare have just swapped their wingers over. Doors now on this right hand side. It's a shot from the edge of the box from Harry Kite. Folks was at full stretch, but in the end never challenging the Dorking goalkeeper.
Yeah, Harry Kite's on loan to Weston-super-Mare from Truro, but yeah, Harrison Fawkes pretty much had that covered and was fairly confident that was going wide of the uprights, but yeah, no pressure yet on the Dorking goalkeeper yet for this game.
So Folks goes long from the restart, and the referee blows up for a foul against Charlie Carter on Adam May. So Max Harris over this free kick for Weston, just inside the Western half, so it's going to be a long ball forward as Harris clips it in towards that back post, trying to find Emlyn Lewis, but Craig makes first contact, headed back into the box, and again Carter able to clear. Weston will try and send it back forward. Bit of head tennis in the midfield before it's eventually brought down by May, sending up forward to the skipper Emlyn Lewis, drops it back off to Dawes. May across to Pope. Pope back to his skipper Emlyn Lewis, into the feet of Kite. It's a nice build-up play from the visitors, into the feet of the forward Wilson, up against Craig, into May, 1-2, back to Wilson, 25 yards from goal. Goes for the shot, Wilson, and not a bad effort. Struck it venomously, and fortunately for Dorking, not too close to Harrison Folks' net.
No, Harrison again had that covered. He could see pretty much from the get-go the ball was going to go over the crossbar by Scott Wilson. So again, no danger there for Fuchs.
So again, Dorking will go short from the goal kick, and Weston again starting just to amp the pressure on the press, and Dorking will get themselves out of it, up towards Carter. Space for the Dorking skipper, shifts it all the way out left to the feet of Annesley. Down the line to Denon Lewis. First touch brings him infield, looking to clip one across out to Herbert, but it's going to be picked off by Wood. Pope is going to send the ball forward, and it's straight out on the full. Good pressure from the Dorking press. Out to play for a Dorking throw-in.
Yeah, Dorking throw-in on the far side, which is to be taken by Brennan Camp. Has he got a bit of a throw? Do you know? Can you remember?
About to find out. You can see where the Dorking players are lined up 15, 20 yards further forward. He must have a long-ish throw. His ball thrown down the line. Loose ball fall for Casey. Herbert goes down, wants a free kick. Referee says no, and Weston able to clear. Ooh, Wilson almost got there before Craig. Otherwise he would have been in. But a good strong challenge from the veteran Dorking defender as Annesley tries to clip one in behind for Denon Lewis, and Emlyn Lewis able to read the danger and win the ball back for the visitors. Into the feet of Dawes. Dawes twisting and turning, able to get away from Pybus, and again cheap giveaway from the visitors on what was looked like a promising attack building there. As folks able to clear into Pybus, into Casey trying to get it out right early to Hebben, perhaps slightly rushed, but Brennan Camp picks the pocket of Wood. Camp marauding forward to the box, he's going to go for goal, and showing why he plays at the back.
Indeed, I was going to say, and shows also that he's good at scoring goals with his head rather than his foot. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a rush to the head of blood there for Brennan Camp. He's not often seen up there trying to score a goal with his foot, but yeah, certainly not one of his finest moves. But again, it shows intent by Dorking. They're happy not to sit on their 2-0 lead.
So Camp, left foot, will just put his foot through and clear the lines and ask Casey to chase the loose ball. Pybus into Jack Young. Back to Pybus. Nice turn by Carter into the feet of Denon Lewis. And Emlyn Lewis comes across to make the tackle. And Weston have possession back with Bernard, who's going to clear his lines up towards Britton. He can't make it stick, and Annesley will hook it forward again, a bit rushed, and all the way back with Harris.
Yeah, certainly there you could see right in front of us, Louis Britton's not having the rub of the green. We tried to head the ball, but it was just bounced over his head and easily taken by Louis Annesley. So, yeah, not a game that Louis Britton will want to remember fondly so far.
So it's with May. That's a cheap giveaway of possession into Denon Lewis, and he tries to feed in Charlie Carter, but again, that man at the back for Weston, Emlyn Lewis, able to read the danger and deal with it. And Dorking have it back with Annesley into the feet of Jack Young, who's finding a lot of joy at the moment as the furthest forward of the midfield three for the Wanderers in this one. Outright to Herbert. Herbert going to send in a low early cross, half dealt with by Pope. And Wood under pressure gives the ball back to the Wanderers. Pybus into the feet of Jack Young. Nice first touch, tries to fizz it across the box. Again, Emlyn Lewis there to clear the ball for Weston, but again, still not cleared. It's with Herbert. Herbert going to strike left-footed. Not a bad effort from the youngster on his weaker foot, but straight into the arms of Max Harris.
Yeah, another good build-up there by Dorking. They weren't going to be rushed into that, and certainly as far as Herbert was concerned, made sure he had some space, but unfortunately for Dorking, straight into the clutches of Max Harris.
So Dawes into Wilson, able to turn, gets away from Annesley, slight tug on the back. Referee says play on. Wilson tries to go for goal, comes off the back of Tony Craig, and is out behind for the first corner of the evening for the visitors.
Indeed, yes, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. It looks like it's going to be Luke Coulson to take that corner on this near side. 2 goals for him this season, but I don't think he's scored directly from a corner.
So everyone back defending this in a red and white shirt for the Wanderers. So Coulson in towards that 6-yard box, finds the head of Britton, and Dan Gallagher at the back post able to clear it, and Dorking able to clear. Pope, not the best clearance, and Herbert plays out right to Denon Lewis. Counter-attack opportunity here for Dorking. Denon Lewis sends in an early cross, trying to find Casey. And a good starting position from Max Harris, able to deal with the danger. And now Weston will come the other way with Coulson. 2 ahead of him are Britton and Wilson. Early ball into the box, headed out by Gallagher. Only as far though as Dawes and Josh Hebberts all the way back there, plays it off Dawes, and out of play for a Dorking throw-in.
Yeah, certainly there. It was a good build-up there by Dorking, just we saw a few moments ago, but Max Harris easily got to that low cross to prevent Dorking from getting a third goal.
So Camp, long throw forward, flicked on by Carter. The loose ball fall back to the Dorking skipper. Again, a little niggly tackles in there between Pybus and Carter, and the referee blows up for a free kick to the visitors, and he'll allow Luke Coulson to set it up and Emlyn Lewis to venture forward. So Weston will go short. Coulson whips it in. The flag does go up at the back post for offside against Emlyn Lewis. And there'll be a free kick to Dorking.
Yeah, that's a wasted, really, free kick there by Weston-super-Mare. They were in a pretty decent position. They could have caused an awful lot of danger, only for the linesman to flag for an offside. So, yeah, they must be absolutely wretched luck there for Weston-super-Mare for, really wasting an opportunity to put Dorking goalie and defenders under pressure.
So folks will go long from the restart up towards Carter, but again Emlyn Lewis makes first contact of it, out of play for a Wanderers throw-in. So thrown into the feet of Carter. He has his pocket picked by May this time, and again out of play for a Dorking throw-in, as Dorking just kind of going through the motions, waiting for that half-time whistle. 39 minutes gone, Dorking 2, Weston-super-Mare 0. 2 great goals from Charlie Carter and Jack Young separate the two sides in this one. So Coulson forward up towards Dawes. Again, Pybus picks the pocket of Dawes and he'll clip it out right for Hebbert. Hebbert down by the byline, sends in a low cross, and Pope able to clear. And as far though as Camp, can Hebbert keep it in play? He can't. Out of play for a Western throw-in.
Yes. Very long way away.
So Pybus, free header up into the sky. He'll fall for Kite. He's just going to send it forward. But again, Craig deals with the danger. Out of play for a Western throw-in. So thrown into the feet of Wilson. He has his pocket picked by Camp, and Campbell send it over the top for Casey to chase. And again, Emlyn Lewis in the right place at the right time, and will help it back to his goalkeeper Harris. So Harris sends it long up towards Wilson. Craig wins it in the air there, and Pybus does well. Gets away from 2 and able to lay it off into the feet of Camp. Clipped forward trying to find Carter. The loose ball will fall for Kite. Back into the feet of the centre-back Pope. Clip it out left, trying to find Britton, and Britton can't get on the end of it, and out of play for a Dorking throw-in.
Yes, 4 or so minutes plus added on time for Dorking to see out this half and not allow Weston-super-Mare to concede a goal. In opposite to that, Weston-super-Mare got 4 minutes to score a goal and put a bit of pressure on the Dorking Wanderers team, particularly going into the half-time live stream with Marc White?
Yeah, haven't really. I'm trying to think back. There's that half chance from Wilson, but apart from that, I haven't really tested Harrison folks in the Dorking nets. Have the visitors, and might have a chance here with Wilson on this left-hand side. He's been the most likely for anyone in the blue and yellow shirt so far. Comes back to Pope. Drops it off to the feet of Bernard. Back to Pope again. That Dorking press forcing Weston-super-Mare back to the goalkeeper Harris. He's going to go long and left, trying to find Wilson. Wilson just leaning into Gallagher there in the air, and it'll be a free kick to the Wanderers. So folks will take his time over this restart. Craig just will venture forward. No, he's just been told, get back into position. And folks will look to send this one long and right, trying to find Hebert. Hebert does well, able to head it down the line, trying to find Camp. And Camp out of play for a Western goal kick.
Yeah, certainly the last 5 or 10 minutes so have gone a bit slow and a bit drab, but, you know, understandably, Dorking are quite happy to sit back on a 2-0 lead going into the half-time break, but certainly I'm very disappointed with Weston-super-Mare from what I've seen. Bearing in mind their position in the league, they're still in the FA Cup. You know, I've expected more from them, I have to say, so far.
Yeah, likewise, I've been disappointed what they've been able to show so far, and I can't imagine they can perform as bad as they have done going forward in the second half. So it'll be important for the home side not to get complacent coming out for the second half. As Harris goes long from the restart, and a foul there by Brennenkamp, and there's a little bit of afters between Coulson and Brennenkamp. Now Craig getting involved. Seems to have calmed down, and a restart with a free kick in a dangerous crossing position for the visitors.
Yeah, certainly that was Louis Britton. He had a little run-in with there. He didn't like what Brennenkamp did, but yeah, the referee, as you say, has awarded a free kick for what Brennenkamp did there in a dangerous position, something that Dorking don't really want to concede with such a few seconds left of this first half going into the break.
So Coulson over the set piece for Weston, about 35 yards from goal, right on that Western left-hand side. Waiting for the referee's whistle as Coulson, one arm up in the air, swings it in towards that penalty spot, comes off Lewis, danger still not cleared, a bit of pinball in the penalty area, comes to Wood, Wood back out to Dawes, Dawes checks back onto his right foot, has his pocket picked, and maybe a Dorking counter-attack with Pybus. Pybus into Casey. Casey into the feet of Hebert. Outright to Jack Young. Young back to Hebert, and Hebert will just send it forward, and Weston have possession back as we wait to see how much added time there is. And 3 minutes. So 3 additional minutes at the end of this 45. Again, Camp and Britton having a go at each other as the ball's in the air. Craig just making the referee aware of that, and Emlyn Lewis will just help it back to his goalkeeper.
Yeah, certainly Britton isn't having his fair share of luck this afternoon, or this evening rather, whether it's with Brennenkamp or Tony Craig certainly been marking him now. Louis Annesley's getting in there.
So flicked on by Britton. First time he's really won anything in the air, and Dawes trying to see it out of play. Craig under duress gets an accidental touch on it, and it's out behind for a Western corner. So Coulson over this corner for Western is high and deep towards that back post, trying to find Emlyn Lewis, but Craig puts his foot through it, and Casey will try and chase on to the loose ball. Kite able to get there first, but pressure still on as Kite goes back to Pope, being closed down by Denon Lewis. A rushed forward pass, and Denon Lewis just swipes the heel of Pope, and it'll be a free kick to the visitors.
Yeah, certainly Jason Pope wasn't best pleased with what Denon Lewis did there, clipped his heels there to give away, a free kick, but that is life, unfortunately. Anything to kind of like disrupt the play and slow the play down whilst you've got 2-0 lead.
So Harris sends it into the box again. Charlie Carter does well in the air up against the much bigger Emlyn Lewis. Will come out to Dawes, plays it off Denon Lewis for a throw-in to the visitors. So Dawes on this right hand side sends in a left foot across towards that back post, trying to find Wood, who stayed forward, and Harrison folks will gladly claim, and he'll bowl it underarm early into Camp, who's marauding forward again as he always does down that right hand side. He's bundled over by Wilson, and now be a free kick to Dorking as we approach the final minutes of the free added on here in the first half.
Yep, cheap free kick there, given away by Weston-super-Mare. Not surprising really that Scott Wilson felt he had the need to bring down Brendan Camp because it was a dangerous run down the right hand side, but it certainly was a good ball in by Will Dawes a moment ago from this near side, but it's just too strong for any of the Weston-super-Mare players to get on the ball, and Fultz quite easily collected it.
So Pybus over this free kick for Dorking. It's a swung in, not the best ball, and Coulson able to clear at the near post. Back with Craig, and the referee will blow up for half-time, and it's half-time out Meadowbank. Dorking 2, Weston-super-Mare 0. Bob, quick half-time thoughts?
Well, pretty much it's gone to plan. Dorking have got a 2-0 lead, and they must be very pleased with that, really. And they've been just total control the whole half.
Yeah, and those tuning in on the stream, the Dorking Wanderers YouTube channel will be having the Marc White live halftime team talk. So head over there to see what the Dorking gaffer and the management team have to say after that. Borderline excellent first half, perfect first half for the Wanderers, but half time here, Dorking 2, Weston-super-Mare 0.
It's just when we get better space, Josh. When we get better space,
I'll leave it to. Right, leave it.
Don't start your second half slow. We're at the start of the fucking second half.
Relax, yeah? Chill out, have your breathers, yeah? Well done. Well, straight half, great half. They're 4-4-2, yeah? We'll take a long break here. Dan, how you feeling, mate? You're fucking all over the shop. Unbelievable laugh. Phenomenal laugh. That's the same as Saturday, so what we're going to do now? Do you know what I'm saying? We're going to go and fucking do the same again for 15, 20, then we've had a fucking good day. Do you know what I'm saying, Dan? That was a fucking unbelievable half, son. Someone that can pass the ball through lines, you don't realise sometimes. Pat, you've got to stay high. You've got to stay high in this game. So, they are now, so they obviously, they were back three, yeah? Out of fucking nowhere. And then they, you know what I mean? Same as all back threes against us, they got fucked, so they're 2 down. So unlucky on that one, yeah? You okay, Chop?
Yeah, all good, yeah.
All feel fine, yeah?
Bit leggy, but yeah.
Okay. Have your breathers, I'll talk in a sec, have your breathers. Jen, you okay? Yeah?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Great half. Yeah? Listen, tremendous Tremendous defending. Yeah? Tremendous defending. Talk to the ref. Talk to the ref in between the moments. Yeah? Talk to the ref about the backing in. He spotted a few, to be fair. Yeah? Tremendous defending. You 4, Gallagher, back 3. Fucking tremendous. Tremendous, okay? Youngie, what's been great about you is your shape with Pybus is great. You can always see each other. And this is a 4-4-2 game. Yeah? So obviously it's a 4, we don't bounce out. Yeah? It's a 4-4-2 game. The balls Annesley's played, them balls have been fucking beautiful. Them little half balls that your mate can kill dead. Yeah? Through the lines like we've done at training. Yeah? They're the balls. This is a really easy one. I think we can make it easier in high areas. This is a bit of an old school. We need you, Pat. We need you. I know the pitch is not realistic. We need you, Pat, doing this, threatening. We need Charlie looking to overload. Yeah? We need wingers to keep being menacing. Yeah? The wing play's been great. What you've done fucking great is that bloke's not run in front of you once. You have been fucking tremendous, Denon. But if we want to win this game, there's a lot more action here. Do you understand that? There's a lot more action here yet. Charlie ain't doing anywhere near 90s in this game. He's fucking coughing up his guts. Right? He's fucked. Right? So there's a lot of fucking work we've got to do here. Do you understand? But I'll be so fucking pleased with you if you can do that fucking work. Do you know what I'm saying? Right? Because that's a great off. It's men v boys at times there. Dominant in the duels. I think you can give each other a bit more information when you come out with the ball. When you come out with the ball in midfield, and Pybus, your little touches have been unbelievable. But just remember now, Dan, just remember the game's changed a bit. So when you set your mate, it's okay. You set Lou there, stay with me. When you set that way, just remember, right? So, but to be fair, you're not fucking stupid. You haven't played one fucking stray pass. It's been exceptional. So we need the wingers. We are 4v4 on their back line, do you understand? 4v4. Yeah, that's what we are. So it's important we stay in high areas, yeah, because the third goal will win the tie. The third goal will win the game. There's a load more in this game. Don't rush fuck all. Do not rush. You've done it perfectly. Pat, I think you can give us more here. Definitely. But you'll probably score with it. Just stay high. We're going to the fans now. They love you already. Stay high. Right, you'll get your chances. Yeah, Josh, you're the other side. So you haven't got us two screaming. He's always going to try and get in front of you. You don't want to come back in here with me saying he got in front of you. So do your fucking job. Right? Look, listen to me. You all feel okay, Dan, for the minute, yeah? Yeah? I need you. We talked about clean sheets, yeah? I need you to go and do it again. I need you to go and dominate the duels. This is a game now, as shit as it is, you're defending exactly as you need to. Help the cunt on. Yeah? Help the fucking ball on. Because these, to be honest, Youngie's seconds have been fucking brilliant. The minute the game's in play, just find your bloke. 2-0. 2-0 scoreline, mate. Yeah? Fucking see this one out. Pat will get us into a fucking third goal whenever we fucking want it. Right? So we're defensively, head through it, kick through it. He's going to be a lot higher and hustling. Okay? So defensively, we clear our lines more because it's a full press. Do you understand? Playing out, Charlie go in, see what they give us. It might well be you've got to play the first one. Then Tone, you and Dan, one of you, look for Charlie.
Do you want us narrow on that?
No, I want the fullbacks. I want the Bren and Lou relatively deep. Yeah? Half and half. But I want Charlie to come into space. Just clear the space for Charlie, because the centre back ain't going to go in there. But you've got space to play the first one and then find him. Brilliant goal, by the way, Charlie. Unbelievable. Yeah? You got me, yeah? Listen, boys. This is it. At the moment, this is exactly what we talked about, right? We spoke about we'll have to do everything differently. We'll have to be fucking tough, keep clean sheets, etc. Keep on each other's backs. Get on each other's backs. Damn brilliant fucking talking. Yeah? You got me? I know it's shit. 0-0 has to be the mentality. Pat, you stay high, you get goals. Okay? All right, boys? Yeah? Insurance play. All over the fucking place, yeah? Okay? Don't play on postage stamps when you don't need to. You're 2 zip up. I'd rather go bosh, dead and get on your bike again and blow him and Josh up than little sets if you need to. But Pat just needs to constantly be the ball side option. Yeah? Can you get together for me? Can you fucking get together, yeah? Can we get together and deliver another half like that, please, yeah? Right, this is not done. We go again. We fucking talk louder. We do more. We think. We don't let the bloke in front again. We don't let him in at all. You fucking tight as fuck. Yeah? That is what we do. Okay, come on, come on. Right, management, yeah?
Make sure you subscribe to Bunch of Amateurs on YouTube and TikTok. They told me to do this. What else? Instagram. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And this episode will be out in about a month. I've got to go and film the coaches chat. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Everyone is coughing now. Motherfucking idiot.
Crank. Well, I use twinkle toes.
I thought, should I back heel out of the way? Too easy, I might as well.
Twinkle toes in there, man.
No, even through a Maradona in the line.
Hey, if they do look on, then I'll just go mine.
No, it's
I think it's on. That's
Josh. Yeah, done, yeah? Oh, you're done. Alright, yeah, Vinny's coming on for you, alright? Yeah? Oh, brilliant, yeah? Really well done, mate. Yeah, really, really good.
Yeah. What? Because we're on the back line.
Then, this, yeah, you're going to go on the right. You've got a great half fucking down there. This is just about not letting the bloke run front. On the ball, fucking do a 3-2 and destroy people. You'll score goals from out there as well. Yeah? And we need Vinny to be on the other side. Yeah? So it's a 2-2 up insurance play. Okay? Folks, you clear your lines before anything else. I won't argue with clear your lines.
Boys, you're done. Do you need anything else?
We'll just go. Go on the back line, yeah, but it's just like, if it's too predictable, then midfield just does it.
So, do you know what hit you? See if it's a basket, it skids up. Yeah, it's just fucking...
We've got to be more fucking aggressive like this half, even more possession. Come on.
Right, how would you?
Yeah, come on.
Right, Josh, well done, bro.
Assist, innit?
Right, be ready for that. They're going to come out fucking sharp.
Probably better than the goal.
Yeah, this is better than the goal. That inside.
Half assist. You ready, bro? Yeah, because fucking on Saturday we need to go again. Yeah, well, really well. I think if they cancel, it's just a win.
Has it? Oh, come on then, let's go.
Come on, boys, let's go. Come on. Let's go. Same again, Pirates.
Same as, come on. Lay out.
You go, boys. Lay out. Oh, okay.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, count down, Charlie. Count from 10.
I'm not. Am I able to shower? I'm not going to just put me on. That's fine, he's just putting me on. I'm not playing.
So 2 teams coming out for the second half. As I said, Bob, almost a perfect first half from the home side. Anything you like to add?
Not really. It was, as you say, a pretty comprehensive first half by Dorking. Totally dominated from the opening whistle to the final whistle. As we both alluded to just before the end of the first half, you know, we both have really been disappointed by Weston-super-Mare. It's as if, you know, they might be here in body, but their actual, you know, souls have been left in Somerset. You know, it's really kind of quite strange, really, because whatever they've done, Dorking have countered it and kept them totally and utterly under the screws. And you know, when you look at someone like Louis Britton, their top scorer with 11 goals in the league this season, you know, he's had just crumbs. He's been very well marked, whether it be by Brennan Camp, Dan Gallagher, or that 40-year-old defender, Tony Craig.
Well, off the back of that, Dorking are going to make a half-time change. It is going to be the youngster Josh Hebberts to come off. I didn't think he did anything wrong in the first half. Looks to be more tactical more than anything. And Frank Vincent is on in his place to come on the left-hand side, and Denon Lewis will come over to the right. And Weston are also going to make a change. Bernard has been replaced by Sam Avery. So it will be the visitors to get us underway in this second half, just waiting for the referee's whistle. So change a piece for either side at half time. So ball played back to Emlyn Lewis, who looks long and left, and Campbell just let it run across his body and is out of play on the full for a Dorking throw-in.
Yeah, we're interested to see what changes Weston-super-Mare have made, whether they have a positive impact as far as putting Dorking under control.
So ball hooked forward. Annesley there to just put his foot through and clear his lines. Emlyn Lewis forward for Kai. Not the best ball back to his goalkeeper, Harris. And we'll come to Jack Young. Was that a shot? Was that a pass? It's trying to come out of Vincent, and this time Harris puts his foot through it, puts his foot under it, and it's out of play over the fence for a Dorking throw-in.
Yep, and that's gone into someone's garden. That's a nice early Christmas present for somebody, no doubt. But yes, a bit unusual bit of play there, both by Dorking and Weston-super-Mare, to end up where we are now with a throw on the far side.
So Annesley with the ball in hand, into the feet of Carter, back to Annesley. No one in the box for him to aim for a cross. Is dispossessed and eventually a foul against Annesley and free kick to the visitors. So Harris goes long up towards Wilson, can't make it stick, and Dorking have it with Jack Young. Out early to Denon Lewis, out his feet, gets away from Wood, early into the feet of Casey. Casey, edge of the box, can he get a shot off? Hey, Casey does get a shot off, but he gets it all wrong, gets underneath it, over the top for a goal kick.
Yeah, certainly Casey there took his time, got round one defender there of Weston-super-Mare, but the finish just wasn't great and went sailing high wide of the mark there, much to the relief of the Weston-super-Mare fans, the few that have made the trip up from Somerset tonight.
Yeah, certainly credit to the fans. Away travel down to our left hand side. It's a long way to come on a Tuesday night. Jack Young down the channel for Denon Lewis, early ball into the box. It's a lovely ball, but no one there in the red and white shirt, and it's gone out. Max Harris couldn't keep it in play, and it's out behind for the first corner of the second half.
Yeah, a bit of an unforced error there by Weston-super-Mare, put under pressure, and unfortunately for them, as you say, Tom, they've conceded a corner very early on this second half. So far, Dorking have pretty much played the short corners, but let's see if they decide to throw this one into the box.
So short into Pybus. Pybus whips it in. It's headed up in the air by May, and then it'll come to Craig at edge of the box. Feeds it into the feet of Camp. Camp will stand up towards that back post. It'll come out, back out to Tony. Craig and Dorking will just recycle possession back to Harris and Folks. So Folks not really had to mention his name too much this evening, which is a good sign if you're a Wanderers supporter, as he goes long this time trying to find Carter. Does win the flick on, and Pope's back there, and he'll play it back to his Harris, and ooh, slightly nervy moment there. Weston able to clear their lines up to Wilson. Strong challenge by Craig, and Dorking have it back with Pybus. Helps it back to Folks again. Folks will go long and left, trying to find Carter. Loose ball headed forward by Pybus before being brought down by May. May trying to get Wood in behind, but Denon Lewis got the speed on the Weston-super-Mare fullback, and Folks able to clear. So Young looking to clip one behind for Camp to get onto. Again, a bit of head tennis in the midfield, eventually brought down by May. Shifts it out right to Pope. Pope up towards Wilson. Does get away from Craig before being brought down there by Vincent, and there'll be a free kick to the visitors.
Yeah, just inside the Dorking half there. The free kick to Weston-super-Mare. Yes, Frank Vincent there wasn't too best happy with the decision going against him, but we'll see whether Weston can do something with this.
So they go short from the free kick towards that near post. Dorking don't deal with it initially, and then second bite of the cherry, Camp clears the lines, but it's going to come back with May. May out right to the free kick taker, Coulson. He's going to stand one back into the box, and it's a free header for Gallagher. Pybus can't bring it down. It's with the skipper, Emlyn Lewis, out left to Wood. Wood infield to May, back to Coulson, 30 yards from goal, into the channel for Dawes, trying to play the reverse ball back. It'll come out to Pope. Wilson, edge of the box, can he work half a yard for his shot? So many red bodies back there behind the ball, defending for Dorking. Weston will play it back out to the half-time substitute, Avery, and it's all the way back to Max Harris, who goes long and early, trying to find Britton. Camp wins it in the air, and Emlyn Lewis just leaves one in on there on Denon Lewis, and it'll be a free kick to Dorking.
Yeah, just to pick up on that point there, Tom, you're saying about the Dorking players behind the ball. Everyone bar Patrick Casey was behind the ball during that Weston-super-Mare attack, and Casey was here on the halfway line looking for any hopefully long ball forward that he could chase down and go on goal against Max Harris, but that wasn't to be.
So Folks goes along again, trying to find Carter, goes over the head of him, but it'll be found Vincent into the boxes. Casey trying to sort his feet out, comes back out to Carter, top of the box. He's going to have a shot blocked by Lewis. Comes back out to Pybus. Pybus just overruns it slightly and out of play for a Western throw-in.
Yeah, certainly 6 minutes so far. I suppose Western have been a little bit more adventurous, but nothing really to trouble Harrison Fawkes yet.
So Annesley down the line into Casey. Casey gets away from one, gets to the byline, stands up across. Oh, sorry, into Casey. It must have been Carter. Comes to Denon Lewis, the fizz one. Left-footed volley. We're right behind it. And Denon Lewis's effort just past the post of Max Harris.
Well, yeah, that could have been curtains had that gone in there for Weston-super-Mare, but yeah, they've a bit lucky there. But yeah, certainly Dorking aren't resting on their laurels on their 2-0 lead.
Yeah, great effort from Denon Lewis on his weaker foot, edge of the box. So we're right behind it where we're sat, and unfortunately for Dorking was always going wide of the mark. Well brought down by the Western skipper. Lewis drops it off to Pope. And Pope will send it up towards Britton, up against Gallagher. Craig again in the right place at the right time, and then the referees have spotted an off the ball infringement between Britton and Gallagher, and it's going to be a free kick to the visitors. And there's a little couple of scrappy afters between Camp and Britton, and I think Gallagher, or it's either Gallagher or Camp who's just received a booking. I think it might be Brennan Camp, judged on Camp's reaction. But a free kick in a very dangerous area for, assuming, Coulson to take.
Yeah, a bit of deja vu as far as the positioning of this free kick is concerned. They conceded one on the edge of the box on Saturday, and it was only a few weeks ago they conceded the goal against Enfield in a very similar situation. So certainly Dorking have got to do a lot better to try and make sure that ball doesn't end in the back of the net.
So there's 4 players over the ball at the moment for Western. Coulson, Lewis, May and Britton all interested in this one. It's about 20-25 yards from goal, just right off centre. And Britton steps away as the referee just lines up the Dorking wall, a very tall wall. It's that. So Coulson, 2 steps back, everyone steps away from it, so it will be Luke Coulson. Steps up, sends it straight down the throat of Harrison Fawkes.
Yes, and the cheers of the crowd there, because that free kick didn't go into the back of the net and went straight down the throat of Harrison Fawkes, who cleanly collected that ball and managed to get it away.
So Pybus, long switch of play out to Denon Lewis. Camp underlapping, doesn't use him, stands up across weak foot, not the best ball, comes back out to Denon Lewis, needs a little bit of support, and he should get a yellow card there. Denon Lewis for bringing down Luke Coulson and stopping what could have been a dangerous counter-attack for the visitors.
Yeah, those free kicks, I mean, to be honest with you, that's a cheap free kick and obviously a cheap yellow card that's been conceded there by Dorking and Denon Lewis. Whether he had other options, you know, what do we know? We're just in the grandstand watching from up here, pontificating on what could and could have been.
So second Dorking player into the referee's book in quick succession. Wonder if Marc White will look to make another change as Harris sends the ball forward from the free kick. Annesley will head it away, but it's back with Pope. Pope, cheap giveaway of possession to Jack Young, and then Jack Young just caught on his heels there and Weston have it back with Dawes trying to find Wood in behind, but again, Denon Lewis in the right place at the right time to clear his lines. Only as far, though, as Coulson. Emlyn Lewis still up there from the free kick, but the cross straight into the arms of Harrison Folkes.
Yeah, a bit of a curve on that ball, whether that was the wind or whether that was a deliberate curve ball there by Luke Coulson. Either way, Harrison Folkes collected it quite cleanly and without any trouble.
So Weston have possession back with Pope. Pope into the feet of Avery. Into Lewis. Across to Pope. Quickly closed down by Vincent, out of play. Off the Dorking substitute for a Weston throw-in. So thrown into the feet of Kite. Into the feet now of Wilson. Back to Kite. Coulson wants it on this left-hand side. Instead they'll go with May on the right. He feeds it into the feet of Wilson. Early cross deep towards that back post. And Brennan Camp does well. Tried to see it out. Wasn't going out and able to deal with the danger. Up towards Casey. Sets it for Jack Young. Gets it all wrong, but gets away with it as it finds Denon Lewis. Infield to Casey. Casey will play it back to Denon Lewis. Lewis sends in an early first-time ball into Carter. Looked like it should have been a corner, but it comes off the Dorking skipper for a goal kick.
Yeah, good little build-up down this near side between Denon Lewis and the new boy Patrick Casey, allowing Denon Lewis to go streaking down to the byline, but yeah, his cross just wasn't good enough for Captain Carter to get on the end of it and put it in the back of the net. So a bit of a let-off there for Weston.
So Harris goes long from the goal kick. It's brought down by Coulson, but Jack Young just stronger in the tackle, wins it back for Dorking. Casey probably should have held it up there. Cheap giveaway of possession. I see Dorking are lining up another sub. A late challenge there from Pybus on Kite, and now be a free kick to Weston.
Yeah, a bit physical there by Dan Pybus right in front of the referee, and he saw what was going on, but and allowed that free kick.
So second sub for Dorking, and it's going to be the goal scorer of Dorking's first goal and the Dorking captain, Charlie Carter, coming off, and he's going to be replaced by James McShane. So a like-for-like change for the Wanderers.
Yeah, James McShane has been with the club the longest out of everyone out there this afternoon. Is their top scorer in all the years he's been with the club. It's currently playing, but as yet, remarkably, to get off the mark in the league.
So Gallagher and Craig double up to deal with that set piece. Camp will just knock it along, ask McShane to chase, and Pope at the second attempt will knock it back to his goalkeeper Harris. He bowls it underarm into Lewis, back to Harris. Harris will send it long up towards Britton. Gallagher does well, wins it in the air, wants a free kick, and referee not interested, and Camp will send it forward. Wood to Avery. Infield to May. Again, just send it forward, try and get the Dorking defence turning, running back towards their own goal. Picked up by Coulson. Coulson, infield to Dawes. 1-2 back to Coulson. Can he keep it in play? He can. Down by the corner flag. Stands up across. Dangerous looking ball. Gallagher makes first contact with it, and Denon Lewis will pick it up all the way on the other side. Not the best clearance though. Wood sends in another ball. Dangerous looking ball. Folks scrambling. And a miss-up at the back. How fortunate for Weston-super-Mare. Harrison Folkes went for the cross, got some fingertips on it, and it came off the back of Tony Craig's head and into the back of the net, and out of nothing, Weston are back in the game.
Absolute bizarre goal there. I mean, how fortuitous Weston-super-Mare have been in getting back into this game, because up to now Dorking have been in total control and have everything under their thumb as far as Weston is concerned, and now we find themselves, they've clawed back a goal, more luck than anything else, but very bizarre goal, and Weston will be quite proud of what they've achieved.
Yeah, certainly one of the stranger goals you'll see this season as Weston looks to come forward again. Loose ball picked up though by Vincent, hasn't really been able to get himself in the game since coming on at half-time. Back to Avery. Avery over halfway into the feet of Wilson. Wilson gets away from Young, but not from Gallagher. It's with Coulson. Coulson trying to get Wood in behind, but again, Denon Lewis, as he has done all game, doing his defensive job well. So Weston certainly in the ascendancy now. Back with May. May looking to send the long ball forward. Gallagher didn't hear the call, and Britton going to go for the ambitious strike. Loose ball will fall for Coulson, edge of the box. Coulson trying to shape one up towards that back post, and Weston have their second. Louis Britton at the back post heads in from close range, and in a matter of minutes, Weston from 2 goals down the back level.
Well, how bizarre is that? For over an hour of the game, Dorking have looked comfortable, and now all of a sudden they've been pegged back, first of all through a bizarre own goal, and then there, as you say, a bit of defensive error there. I thought that a long ball forward, Dan Gallagher was going to leave, but he intercepted it, and then from that they recycled it, and Weston-super-Mare have got their equaliser through their top scorer, Louis Britton, with his 12th of the season.
I say we mentioned how he hadn't really had too much involvement in terms of efforts on goal, but he's come up when Weston have needed him most. And so a nice shaped cross/shot by Luke Coulson on this left hand side, and Britton free header only a few yards out, and Weston back level, and Dorking are going to make a double change off the back of that. Dan Pybus and Pat Casey are the two coming off, and they've been replaced by George Frankham and Jake Lawrence.
Yeah, Jake Lawrence, we haven't seen much of him this season because he's been out on loan at Broadbridge Heath, which plays in step 4 of the non-league ladder. He's scored a few goals for them this season, but yes, such is the injury crisis that Mark has had to bring him back.
So long ball forward, Craig. As I said, Weston certainly in the ascendancy. It's Dorking again, not solid at the back, as with May dispossessed by Vincent, who shift into this almost more central role for Dorking. Into the feet of Jack Young. Speaking off there, before Weston got their first goal, Dan Gallagher's slotted into former back 4, and ever since Dorking have gone to a back 4, as Weston have seen so much of the ball and been able to create chances, as Vincent goes out early to Denon Lewis, is over his head, out of play for a Weston throw-in. But certainly Dorking have to lift themselves up, don't they, to get, as I said, a game that was so comfortable at half-time, in the space of 20 minutes seems to have fallen apart.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Even up to that bizarre own goal, they were in control, and it just shows you how a goal can turn a game, and that own goal has given them a bit of a lifeline.
So Lewis into the box, trying to find McShane, and it just hit Jake Lawrence on the way through, and now Weston will look to come the other way with Coulson over halfway. He's got bodies forward to aim for, trying to find Wilson. Annesley does just enough, but Weston still have it alive with Wilson on this right-hand side. One-on-one with Craig. Skips infield, and then a free kick there. Just a slightly late tackle there by Wilson. Runs into Annesley, and it's a free kick to the Wanderers.
Yeah, a bit of a respite there for Dorking Wanderers. Hopefully Louis Annesley's not too badly injured. Of course, he missed the beginning of the season.
seems to be in some discomfort. He's not really moved. Can't really see from where we were if it was a case of anything malicious. Certainly wasn't anything. Anything dangerous. It wasn't anything malicious from Wilson. He almost just kind of overran his touch. Annesley, but Annesley's still down. Lower leg is what I can see. It allows, as you said, both sets of players to go over to their respective dugouts. And from a Dorking point of view, you're kind of wondering how it's happened. Because I said they were in such control up until that freak first goal from Weston, and ever since then, the last 5-10 minutes, it's felt like one-way traffic, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has done, and the mood in the Dorking camp must be totally different now to what it was in the dressing room at half-time, let alone now whilst Marc White's given them a team talk following 4 of their 5 substitutions. And of course there's going to be another live stream at full time that people can tune into. I think that's going to probably be a bit more entertaining than maybe the first half one.
Yeah, certainly if Weston carry on how they're playing and snatch another goal. So Annesley still down, not managed to get back up to his feet, which is a concern for Dorking. I'm looking over at the Dorking bench. I can see Louis Story getting stripped. And obviously that would be Dorking's 5th and final sub. I think it is, yes. And only the 67th minute, 68th minute. I said Annesley still down, receiving treatment. Doesn't look comfortable, and that would be a big loss to Dorking, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And when you think about it, those, this 5th substitution, which is just about to be made, all 5 of them have come in the space of 20 minutes. I mean, not 5 minutes or 20 minutes from the end, but 20 minutes soon after the start of the second half. So, a bit of a crisis, certainly for Marc White. And last thing he wants is another player to be injured, let alone to add to the list he's got. But again, doesn't want another player injured in the latter part of this game. Otherwise, they could be playing with just 10 men.
So Annesley back up to his feet, but needing support from both physios. And just confirmation of that 5th sub, Louis Annesley, the Gibraltar international, coming off, unable to continue, and he's going to be replaced by number 12, Louis Story. So a like-for-like change for Dorking, and it'd be interesting to see how they come out of that little team talk, as it were. I can see Frankham's come across to the right back, and it looks like Brennan Camp almost playing in the right wing position.
Yeah, certainly a few players. I wouldn't say playing out of their normal position, but they've been used to this sort of thing before. So let's hope it's not too disruptive.
So long ball forward. Avery wins it in the air. Wood to send it forward. Story first involvement is a good header. Only as far though as Dawes, who sends it forward early. And again, Story with the free header up towards McShane, who just fouls Will Dawes as challenging for it in the air. And there'll be a free kick inside the centre circle for the visitors.
Yeah, certainly all the free kicks of late have been going the way of Weston-super-Mare. Not saying that that's wrong, but it's just the way that how this game has turned, in the sense that they couldn't get anything. Now everything seems to be falling into place for them.
So again, Coulson over this free kick for the visitors. Coulson swings it in, not the best ball in. Gallagher able to clear. Can Lawrence keep it in place? Sends it down the line. May is back there and will just help it back on its way to his goalkeeper Harris, who sends it long early up towards Britton. Craig will come across, and that'll be a free kick the way of the Wanderers. Dawes bringing down Tony Craig on the edge of the Dorking box, taken quickly into Story. Not the best ball, wasn't expecting it. Story into Camp down the line for Frankham. Miscommunication, and Weston have it back. Again, it's a little bit scrappy from Dorking at the moment. Into Young will use Frankham infield. to Jack Young, all the way back to Folkes, across to Craig. Into the feet of Vincent. Craig across to Story. Infield to Camp. Weston applying the press and Dorking forced to go back to Folkes. He'll send it long up towards Lawrence. Does well, able to make it stick. Jack Young in to McShane. McShane to Lawrence. Lawrence trying to find Frankham, and slight deflection there, and Avery will put it out of play for a Dorking throw-in. Thrown in quickly by Frankham into Camp. Only McShane in there at the moment. It's back with Jack Young. Down the line to Camp. He's going to send in a low cross towards that near post, trying to find Lawrence, but Weston able to clear. Back, though, with Camp on this right-hand side. Drops it back to Gallagher, and there's a little clip there by Coulson on Camp, and there'll be a free kick to Dorking.
Yeah, just going back in time, if I may, Tom. Dorking were cruising at 2-0 up early in the second half. Then there was that Den and Lewis effort. Had that been 3-0, I don't think we'd be biting our fingernails as Dorking Wanderers fans are probably doing right now.
So real opportunity here for Dorking to test Max Harris. Den and Lewis over this free kick in a lovely crossing position from the right-hand side. It's crossing towards that near post. Poor ball headed out by the first man. It'll come out to Vincent on the halfway line, the deepest man back outside of Folkes. Sends back a ball into the box, trying to find Gallagher, and May able to clear. Young will bring it down though, trying to find Den Lewis in the box. It will come to Den Lewis, sends a left-footed cross, a deep cross towards that back post. It'll come to McShane. Now Lawrence, can he get a shot off? No. Gets a second bite of the cherry on it, and Lawrence's shot is deflected behind for a Dorking corner.
Yeah, first corner of this. No, their second corner, isn't it? Should I say, for Dorking Wanderers? Their fifth of the game, but first one on this side. But yeah, good little effort there from Jake Lawrence, who's back from Broadbridge Heath, where he's been on loan, to certainly test the goalkeeper.
So Den Lewis over this outswing corner for Dorking. It's towards that near post. In fact, it's blocked by the man defending the short corner, and out behind for another corner. So corner goes short, this time into Vincent. He's going to send in across. McShane with the header, takes the deflection on the way through, and easy enough for Harris in the end, who goes long early out towards Britton, able to flick it on, trying to find Wilson, but Gallagher comes across and deals with the danger. Back to Young. Into the feet of Gallagher. Closed down by Dawes and out of play for a Dorking throw-in. Game's just settled down after that 10 minutes of madness, hasn't it, Bob?
Yeah, it has. I still think Dorking are reeling from conceding two very quick goals there. I mean, that was a bit of a sucker punch for them, and hopefully they've come to terms with that, and as we can see, they're trying to get that all-important third goal to put them back in front.
So Vincent into McShane. Nice link-up play will come to McShane, edge of the box. Can he work half yard for a shot? He'll come out to Frankham. Frankham's got Camp overlapping. Will set up for Jack Young to strike on the first time, and Jack Young! Out of the top drawer and into the top corner, Jack Young. The first time effort. What a pickup it's been for Dorking. And for the second time this evening, Jack Young puts the ball in the back of the net.
What an absolute beauty that was there by Jack Young. I mean, a bit of a speculative shot, but hey, you know, they all count. I've seen some good free kicks in recent weeks. Although that was a free kick, I beg your pardon. I've seen some decent goals from open play, but certainly that's got to be up there as one of the best open play goals this season for Dorking Wanderers.
Yeah, certainly will be up there in the old goal of the season contained come that time of the year. I said it was Frankham who got the ball on the right hand side. You thought maybe he took too long making the decision. He laid it to the edge of the box for Jack Young to run onto a sweeping right-footed shot into the top corner. Nothing Harris could deal with it, and Dorking back in the lead, but with 15 minutes to go, you still feel like there's more goals in this game.
Well, I wish I wouldn't say things like that because that could be a curse. But yeah, certainly now that it's 3-2 with minutes to play, that's certainly going to put Weston-super-Mare on the front foot rather.
As Jake Lawrence closes down Harris, and Harris will go long up towards Dawes, who goes down. Wants a free kick. Referee says no, as Vincent again will send it down the line up towards Lawrence. Does well up against Lewis, but unable to find a Dorking shirt. As Dorking again looking to press, win the ball back with Camp, and now it's with Lawrence up against Avery, up in his own. We'll go for goal. Well saved down low, and the rebound. Oh, McShane off balance, can't put it in the back of the net. And Weston live another day.
Yeah, they do. There's a good a strike there by the substitute Jake Lawrence, but his effort was well parried away by Max Harris, and James McShane there trying to pounce on the rebound, just put the ball wide. He went down in a heap, but fortunately there's nothing too onerous with anything that he's collected there, and he now trots away. But yeah, that could have been 4-2 for sure.
Yeah, just opened up nicely for Jake Lawrence. We're right behind it. It was well saved down low by Max Harris, and the rebound just didn't fall nicely for McShane as Lawrence. Ambitious switch of players picked off, and now Weston come the other way with Dawes on this Western right hand side, getting away from Vincent, chopping back inside, chops back outside, stands up across, trying to find Britton at the back post, and just over his head, and Brennan Camp will be able to clear down the line into Frankham, infield to McShane, into the man of the moment, Jack Young. Young trying to go for the long switch of play, is blocked, and it ends up all the way back with Harris. Long ball forward by Harris, picked up by May. Into Kite. Kite able to find Pope, and Denon Lewis gets a toe in out of play for a Western throw-in. 79 minutes gone, Dorking 3, Weston-super-Mare 2, and what has been a rather topsy-turvy game, Bob.
It has indeed. I'm just thinking back to the 3 Dorking goals. I mean, there was the audacious goal by Captain Cook, and then the cross from Denon Lewis was met on the blind side of the Western defence, which caught them out for Jack Young to score his first of the season. And then that one we just saw there, an absolute beauty of a goal to put Dorking back in front.
So free kick opportunity here for Weston. It's another good crossing position on that Western right hand side. Luke Coulson, the man over it for the visitors. So Coulson looking for a quick one in behind towards Dawes. Dorking don't deal with it, and it'll come out to May to have a left-footed strike, and thankfully for Dorking, straight down the throat of Harrison Folks.
Yeah, a bit fortuitous there, or certainly a sigh of relief there for the Dorking fans that came to nothing. But yeah, a bit of a panicky time there in the defence, but fortunately the ball went straight into the arms of Harrison Folks there.
So Harris over this free kick halfway inside the Western half. He's going to send it forward, trying to find Britton. It'll come out to Wood. Wood down the line. Deflection goes away from Frankham, but Story's back there covering round, and it comes off the Western forward. A decent crowd there, 1,120 here today at Meadowbank.
Absolutely, yeah, over 1,100, particularly as it's a freezing night here down in the midst of the Surrey hills. But they've been warmly entertained by a 5-goal thriller so far.
So there was a late toe in there by Vincent, but thankfully for Dorking, the flag has gone up for offside against... Who is that? That looks to be Coulson. And now Will Dawes down on the ground. He was just signalling a moment ago Though you needed some assistance, and I imagine that's going to be the end of his evening.
Yeah, it's his first game back following a suspension, so probably not the way he'd want to end today's game. It's being substituted with what could be cramp or something innocuous, but yeah, another hold-up in play, which allows both managers, whether it's Marc White or Scott Rogers, the manager of Weston-super-Mare, to regroup their team with a view to pushing on for the last 10 or so minutes, whether it's Scott Rogers looking for that all-important equaliser, or for Marc White's camp to either consolidate what they've got or try and score another goal to allow them to have that 2-goal cushion that they had at half-time.
Well, we mentioned throughout the whole game, really, the Dorking injury crisis, but Weston have their own, and you can see from the subs bench, they've only got named 5 subs, one of which is a goalkeeper. And so they've already made one change. Will Dawes isn't going to be able to carry on, so that's another one to be added to the list for the visitors.
Yeah, they've also got a couple of players that are on loan from Exeter City, and Exeter City have recalled them for this evening because they're playing in the EFL Cup or something like that against West Brom under 21s, and the last I heard, Exeter were losing that game 2-0. So despite a couple of their players going back home to play for their own team, the Grecians don't seem to be doing too well tonight.
So Will Dawes unable to continue, and he's going to be replaced by Jake Hicks. So play will restart eventually with a Dorking Wanderers free kick following that offside. So Folks goes long from the restart, trying to find Craig. Emlyn Lewis wins it in the air. You can hear Marc White screaming, wanting a free kick. Referee says no, an opportunity for the visitors to come forward with Wood. Into the feet of Coulson, no miscommunication. You hear the sarcastic jeers from down beneath us, and is out of play for a Dorking throw-in.
Yeah, certainly a bit of a jeering there by the crowd in front of us there, because of the missed pass between Callum Wood and Luke Coulson has allowed Dorking to have a throw-in and obviously eat up a bit more seconds on the clock.
So Camp thrown down the line, flicked on by Frankham. He'll call for Lawrence, trying to find McShane in behind. Too many blue shirts there, and Weston have it back with Kite. Misplaced pass there, and only as far as Denon Lewis has had a quiet couple of minutes as he looks to stretch those legs now on his Dorking left hand side. Try and send in a cross, comes off Pope and out behind for a Dorking throw-in.
Yep, certainly Dorking won't be too displeased with that. They've still got possession right down in the far corner with 6 minutes to go. Plus, I'd imagine quite a few extra minutes to be added on the game, bearing in mind we've had quite a few injuries.
So thrown into the feet of McShane, back to Vincent. Only Lawrence in the box for a cross, and Vincent will play it off the defender and out of play again for another Dorking throw-in.
Yep, certainly Dorking won't be in too much of a hurry to retrieve a ball and get this game into play. And as we say that, two have suddenly appeared.
So Vincent into the feet of Denon Lewis. Back to Vincent, down the line for Denon Lewis, but the flag goes up against the Dorking winger for offside. So Harris goes long up towards Britton, wins it in the air up against Craig, and then Gallagher wins the second ball and helps it on his way back to Folks, outright to Frankham. Frankham infield towards Lawrence, trying to bat it away between two Western players, but Camp wins it back and then brought down by Avery. Referee, well, the linesman eventually gives it, and there'll be a free kick to Dorking.
Yeah, Sam Avery there not very happy with Brendan Camp going down and shouting, get up, as if there was something wrong with him. But I don't think Camp was necessarily feigning injury or trying to draw a foul or anything like that. But certainly it's got the ire of Sam Avery for going down there.
So Frankham over this free kick. It's going to be lofted in towards that back post, trying to find Lawrence. Emlyn Lewis wins it in the air. Gallagher back into the box, and Gallagher comes out to Denon Lewis. First time effort on goal, and straight down the throat of Max Harris, who's going to try and release Coulson early, but Frankham in the right place at the right time wins it back for Dorking. Frankham on this right hand side, infield to Camp. Comes off Coulson and out of play for another Dorking throw. Now, Dorking just got to manage the last 5 minutes plus added time we've got, don't they, Bob?
Yeah, it's easy said than done, isn't it, Tom, from all the games we've witnessed over the years. But, yes, let's hope they can actually do that.
So ball down by the corner for Lawrence. He can't keep it in play, and it's out behind for a Western goal kick, and Lawrence is going to get a yellow card for delaying the restart, which seems a little bit harsh because he wasn't necessarily delaying the restart that much. Long ball forward. Camp wins it in the air up against Britton, and the loose ball will fall for Wood. Wood up into the night sky. Craig wins it in the air, and Jack Young batting away will win the second ball into the feet of Lawrence. Flag stays down. He just can't make it stick. That man again, Emlyn Lewis, back covering round Avery. And a poor clearance there by Harris. Gets away with it, though, into Coulson. Coulson skips past Gallagher and then Frankham. Sends in across towards that back post. It's a free header for Vincent, who heads up in the sky. Not intended, and thankfully falls for Frank Vincent, who gets it out to Denon Lewis early in a foot race with Emlyn Lewis. Skips infield into Lawrence. Good tackle there. Comes out to Young. Frankham now, top of the box. He's going to try and send one in, and blocked by Wood, and the defender does well, and he'll be able to clear his lines as the game starts to get a little bit stretched in the final minutes, and Louis Story plays it off his man out of play for a Dorking throw-in.
Yeah, certainly getting stretched, and it's certainly getting quite exciting for both sets of fans there, because it could go either way, certainly with the play going from end to end.
So Camp, long throw down the line. Frankham can't do anything with it, and it's back with Harris in the Western net. Sent forward by the goalkeeper. Free header for Louis Story. And he's far, though, as May. Strong challenge from McShane. An opportunity for Dorking to come forward once again. Out left to Denon Lewis. I said, not too many Dorking bodies ahead of the Dorking wide man, as Gallagher will play it back to Craig, into Vincent. Vincent will clip one forward, trying to find Lawrence, and there's a push in the back there by Emlyn Lewis, and that'll be a free kick to Dorking.
Yeah, we're just about to see the fourth official put the board up for the number of minutes added on. As we just heard there, man of the match, not surprisingly, Jack Young, with a couple of goals, his first 2 goals for Dorking Wanderers since his loan move from Farnborough.
Yeah, certainly been a vital pickup, not just the goals, but the energy, and just the energy he has as we 7 minutes. I said a couple of lengthy stoppages as Dorking goes short. Out to Lewis, you can't keep it in play, out for a throw. We had a lengthy stoppage for Annesley, we had one for Dawes, as well as a multitude of goals and substitutions. Has given us 7 minutes for Weston to get a late equaliser here at Meadowbank, as Dorking look to try and hold it. And the Western half have a throw in, and Jack Young will just drop the ball, and I said Dorking looking to manage the game, will slow it down wherever possible.
Yeah, they better be careful, though, with the amount of time they're taking to take the throw-in, otherwise the referee will be brandishing a yellow card.
As we've seen already with Lawrence just moments ago, he's gone behind for a Western goal kick. So Harris will go long and right, trying to find Britain. Vincent wins it in the air, out of play for a Western throw-in on the halfway line. Referee just having a word. Who's he having a word with here? Looks like he's going to have a word with Marc White, not happy with the Dorking manager. All that's going to do is add on more seconds. And eventually we'll get the ball back in play into Coulson. Back to Emlyn Lewis, across to Avery. All the way back to Harris. Good solo pressing this from Lawrence. Eventually Harris will send it forward up towards Britain, but it's a free header for Story. Back to Coulson, gets away from McShane. Through the heart of the Dorking. Midfield still going. Eventually he's brought down by Dan Gallagher. And Dan Gallagher will be the latest man into the referee's book. And a free kick in a very dangerous position. We've seen one similar that Luke Coulson struck earlier, and straight away Louis Britton picks up the ball, and it looks like it's going to be he who's going to have a shot on Harrison Folks' goal, and 3 minutes into the 7 additional minutes.
Yeah, it's a dangerous position this for Dorking Wanderers, probably about 20-25 yards out. They've certainly conceded, as we mentioned earlier, goals from this sort of distance before. Luckily for Dorking, they dealt with the free kick Weston-super-Mare had early in this second half. Whether the Seagulls can go one better and equalise, well, we'll just have to wait and see and hold our breath.
So Coulson back to his feet, but it will be Britain this time to have a pop on goal. Dorking just lining up. The referee just lining up the Dorking wall as we always in anticipation. Certainly looks like a long 10 yards that the referee's marked out. As we all wait in anticipation. So Louis Britton, the man over this for Weston-super-Mare. So Britain, 25 yards for goal. He's going to put his foot through it and straight down the throat of Harrison Folks, who spilled it initially but was able to get on the end of his own spillage as he looks to release Emlyn Lewis early. Emlyn Lewis will come across and get in front of Jack Young, out of play for a throw-in.
Certainly a dangerous looking free kick there, which Dorking managed to deal with and to keep the score at 3-2.
Camp just clears his lines and out of play for a Western throw-in. Avery, long throw down the line. Frankham wins the header. Craig with the second ball up towards Lawrence. Can he make it stick? He can. Jack Young battling away, out of play for a Western throw-in, and there's a little bit of argy-bargy between Hicks and Jack Young. Ball back in play as we enter the 6th minute of 7 added on, but there's certainly going to be a minute or two added on top of that. As Camp wins the header up against Britain, out of play for a Western throw-in. Taking it quickly. Off Denon Lewis and out of play for a Western throw right down by the corner flag. So long throw in from the right from Wood. Camp makes first contact, will come out to Coulson. Coulson to send one back into the box. Britton gets some contact, still not cleared with Emlyn Lewis. Again, still not fully cleared. Up towards May, wins it in the air up against McShane, and then the referee blows up for a free kick. And McShane brings down May. And there'll be another free kick in a very promising shooting situation. And this time it's Adam May who's quick to pick up the ball, and he's going to be the latest to have a striker. Harrison Folks' goal.
Yeah, this is the third free kick from a very dangerous position within 25 yards of the Dorking goal. The first two came to nothing. Again, it's hold your breath time for all the Dorking fans out there, and no doubt that the Weston-super-Mare fans who are watching will be keeping their fingers crossed that they actually score from this position.
So about 25 yards from goal. Just left of centre this one. The other two have been just right of centre. It will be Adam May to be the latest to have a strike on goal. Luke Coulson just stepping away, but everyone back in their own penalty area in red and white. It will be May. Steps up, right-footed, goes for the whip, and straight down the throat of Harrison Folks, who bowls it into the feet of Denon Lewis. Needs a little bit of support. He tries to find Lawrence. Flag stays down against Lawrence. Lawrence to see the game off, and he goes near post and behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, that was a good free kick there by Adam May, but Harrison Folks was wise to it and collected it quite cleanly to stop Weston from going
long, and the referee eventually blows up for full time. And what a game, what a second half. It's finished. Dorking 3, Weston-super-Mare 2. Bob, quick thoughts on that one?
Yeah, anybody at half-time that thought it was going to be a walk in the park for Dorking Wanderers, having witnessed that 45 minutes, they were very much mistaken. Credit to Weston-super-Mare. They got themselves back into the game and looked threatening, but it was just that fantastic pearl of a goal by Jack Young that has separated these two teams in the second half and given Marc White revenge against the team that beat them on his 1000th game as manager and owner of Dorking Wanderers.
Yeah, just the results that Dorking would have been looking for, and said a real moment of quality from Jack Young to win the game for the Wanderers. And that's it from me and Bob. But if you're tuning in on the Dorking Wanderers YouTube, you'll be able to hear the full-time team talk from Marc White, and it should be a real cracker in the change room after that game for sure. But that's it from me and Bob, and when will you and I will be back here?
It'll be the new year.
The new year, well, happy new year to you, Bob, and we'll speak to you, well, I'll see you next year.
Absolutely.
Standing there for? Hey! Hello, Mac. What are you doing like fucking free kick practice? He kept going on the call. The ref just kept going on the call. They're centre arse led with like two hands every time.
Love it, lads. Fucking don't need
Dan, that tackle. Also, we can laugh about it now. No, bushwhacker, just fucking thought. It's one of those, isn't it? Born on the man, but not both.
PG, mate, just swat him like that. Destroy him, mate.
What have we done, though? What have we done now? Really? Oh, dear. What happened with that fucking goal? What happened?
I thought it was going in. The shot's I'm not taking risks, I'm just trying to flick it on some full.
What, it's it toe?
Finish toe.
Can you move up a bit, yeah?
Fuck's it, Tony.
Like your bad Arsenal. Hang on, Mr.
Right, boys, you there, yeah? Is it alright, Luke? Huh? What Gibraltar going to do about you? Who's about 28 now, not 29? Right. Like, listen, let's just, in terms of housekeeping, you know, obviously, like, it's another innocuous goal, and, you know, when teams score innocuous goals like that, it's tough. Look, we are where we fucking are, lads. We showed a lot of fucking bollocks, like, you know, I don't think you could have given us any more. Like, your fucking fuel light was on, and that's alright. Because that first 45 minutes, you was fucking good. And your fuel light coming on early is fucking great. Because I tell you what, I'd rather be where we are now, with you on the way back, Dan. You know, with you on the way back, you know. So, I thought some exceptional performances defensively. We've given them a spawny goal. It was a full press game. You know, we've then had to sort of go man for man. We've got a lot of boys that, you know, Charlie's had to come off because he can't do, you know, he's had 11 weeks out. That's where we are, boys. We are like, some boys can do fucking 60, some can do 70, some can do 20s. And we've had to piece that together. But I tell you what, to come back to all, unbelievable goal, youngie. That fucking Ballers League's done you good, son. But unbelievable goal, youngie. Really, really fucking good. And they're the sort of goals we want to score in front of the fans down here. That's the bottom line. See, winning's just a good habit. And something like, it's great to win 3-0. I get that, yeah. But getting fucking top class winners, you know, is also fucking good. The fans go home happier. It's not as fucking boring, yeah. But I just think they surprised us out of nowhere with a 3-5-2, out of nowhere, and then got punished for that. But we adapted like that. The minute what? Who the fuck's that? You alright? So we set up for either a diamond, a 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1. They played a back three. We adapted really, really quickly, and we was outstanding to go 2 up. We was totally outstanding. Used the +1 at the back. Bread and butter to us, literally chicken feed to us in a 3-5-2 comp. Yeah? And then, basically, no disrespect to the gaffer, but they couldn't take any more of it. Went man for man. It's a lot easier to go man for man with teams that have got the ball on you. And we've done a good job, but then we was always going to struggle with the changes, the lack of positional changes. As it goes, in the end, we got it spot on. The changes were good. We got it spot on. You've done a good job as well. You've done a great job in your areas, just tightening the game up. That's where we are at the moment. And you just get the win, and that's all you're bothered about. That is all you're bothered about, okay, yeah? Some exceptional performances across the team. I think the back... Mitch, can you just walk over there if you fucked?
No, it's just hot air.
Fucking hell, mate. Pat, we've got to work on that ball side running. Got to work on it. It's a big part of how we play. The coaches work on that as well. That's where we are. Yeah? So listen, overall, decent team performance. You know, what we've got to do, we've got to sort of turn we've got to turn the sort of 55-minute performances, because this group is not fully fit. This group is nowhere near fully fit, but we're still beating good sides. But that's what we're all about. We will not fucking give in fucking ever, right? We will not. If anything, we will fucking wake up earlier and we'll look forward to the next game more. And we don't care if we win 4-3, 5-4. We'll just use this as an opportunity to build a fucking winning mentality, because that's the best one you can have, right? But we've got a lot of work to do. We're nowhere near fucking fit. So we've got to just keep working towards this group of players being a bit fitter. But we now get to sleep on that for a few nights and get ready for the next match and go again, yeah? And they're going to get tougher and tougher because it's a small group of players. Youngsters are going to get chances. Josh done a good job today. Jake done a great job when he went on, mate. That's what it's all about. Well done. Okay. There's going to be opportunities as well. Okay, boys? So subs done well. Shape change was good. Yeah, done what we needed to. It's always harder. I'm not saying you fucked up at all. What, did you fuck up? No? You sure? We could do without giving teams a fucking, you know, no one. All I would say is this: no fucker ever gives us them goals. I can't remember the last time we got given a fucking goal. So listen, well done, boys. Someone said they could have gone top tonight. Is that right?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we are, boys. That's where we are at the moment. So lots of Christmas periods begun, 1 for 1. Yeah. So get your recovery done. Happy days. Yeah. Well done.
Well done, boys.
Right, management, get together. Yeah.